about my riding. I can't believe that.
What?
My
Where did you ride?
riding?
What about it?
What about it?
Yeah.
That's what I'm asking you.
I was going to talk about it later.
Oh, I'm dying to know.
What?
I
About your
waited
horseback
all
riding?
day.
We went, me, Fred, and Jackie and Baba Flowley went over to see Robin horseback ride yesterday. It's unbelievable. You know, in Manhattan, you never know places like this exist.
Yeah.
There's like this whole big stable.
Yeah.
And stalls. It's the most depressing thing you ever saw.
Oh, stop it.
These poor horses.
You know what? You're sitting there. I said, you know, these horses live better than your cat and your gerbil.
Oh, come on. That's true. These poor horses, these big, beautiful animals, and this Blaze that Robin bought, a beautiful animal. You have to see it. Blaze, what are you, its mother?
But
It's beautiful.
I'm very proud of
Did you
Blaze.
pick that one out, or they just sold that one to
I
you?
fell in love with him when he first came there, and I didn't know. I mean, it never occurred to me to buy him.
Right.
But we were such a wonderful match.
It's like a love match.
Somebody just suggested it.
Well, she cleans this horse and strokes this horse. I get over to the stable. I mean, she's cleaning and stroking this horse like if you were a man.
Oh,
you could never see such love. Like the love between a mother and daughter. Unbelievable love. You found something to give love to.
I love everything.
No,
and
you don't.
everybody.
No, you don't.
Howard, I love you, and I even love Fred.
You asked me what I thought. You have found the relationship.
Oh, God.
I have never seen such devotion to a horse.
Such a connection.
You know, you remember the TV show with the little girl and the horse? What the hell was that? It was an old show.
The Black Stallion? No.
Yeah, Black Stallion.
Fury or any
something like that.
There was National Velvet. Which
Something
was
like that. National
Yeah,
Velvet.
yeah.
You're Elizabeth Taylor. I never saw anything like it. The stroke, and I said to Robin,
Flick
I mean,
up.
you'll see the tape on the E! Show. I go, Robin, why don't you get on the goddamn horse already and ride so I can see you ride? She goes, I just want to make sure he's presentable. And I go, you're presentable to who?
His lowered voice.
Yeah, oh, please. Wait till you watch the tape. You don't even know what you get like. You're like a schoolgirl in love.
Stand back.
Come on, Blazy boy. Come on. Come on. Are they scaring you? Come on. It's okay. It's okay.
Now, before you ride, Blaze, you have to do this every day?
Yeah,
You have to groom him?
you want him to be presentable when you saddle him up and take him down.
What do you mean, presentable to
It's not a
who?
full grooming job, I'm just brushing him off.
So it's like dusting.
It's the sickest thing I ever saw. You ought to make love to that horse. What?
I said to my wife last night,
Yeah.
I swear, I went home and
Did you hear the voice? She puts on the
please.
sweetest cooing voice.
I said that
Oh, my God.
I was never sure until yesterday that Robin had the emotion love in her. She loves that horse.
Yes.
But I mean, it's unconditional love.
Right. Oh.
She loves that horse.
And when she's feeding the...
that horse is like a kid to her. Like, you know how like you brag about your kid and your kid's the best at everything?
Yes, yeah.
Blaze is the best at everything.
But as Robin was
stop
walking the horse down, Gary and I were walking together, he goes, all right, how long do you think before Robin gets rid of this horse? When she gets tired of doing this? Because it's an exhausting routine. I said, 6 months, she's out of it. This horse is history. It's sold and gone. So, I mean, it's...
So much love, huh?
Yeah, well, first of all, Robin's got to get over to the stable every day. Now I see why. The goddamn horse is in a box. I mean, a veal
Where
box.
do you think he lived?
Oh, my God, I don't know.
Where
you know,
do you think he lived?
out by my house, I see they got like a horse riding
Yeah,
college.
they got big grounds out
Endless
there.
prairies that these
Right, and
horses
they let 'em
roam.
out, sure.
And like even Dominic has 2 horses, and he's got like, I don't know, he's got like 5 acres of land. which-
Dominic has horses. He doesn't ride them.
No, he can't. Are you kidding? But he has 2 horses that roam free. They're almost like wild horses.
Wow.
And he has them stabled, but he's got like, I'd say about 2.5 acres out of the 5 where the horses can run.
Yeah,
And they
sure.
just run around all day. And like you call them like dogs, you go,
And
hey,
they come.
yeah, right. Cody, Cassidy, come here. That's their names. So it's like, you know, so you go, hey, this is a great life for the horses. You go to see where Robin's horses are. These are like ghetto horses. These are like,
But they live in a city.
this is like Polish Jews.
It's like a slave ship.
In a ghetto,
Yeah,
that's right.
it's unbelievable. But I mean, where else in New York are you going to
Can you
house?
keep a horse?
I mean, you almost want to. You feel the sadness of the horse, but of course that's us projecting our human emotions on.
you don't
There
think
you
that
go again, because I tried to
They
take
do.
Blaze out. He's like, please leave me alone. I want to go back to my box.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's because he's confused. He's like a prisoner of war.
like I know you take the horse and ride him in the park.
Yeah.
But have you ever taken him somewhere where you can
I
just
can, and I will.
where you can really open it up and just let him
Yeah,
go?
he'll get turned out a couple of times a year.
Oh, he will.
Where I just take him in for a month. He'll get to just run free.
It's like,
Oh, for a
you-
month.
You send
A
him to
solid
boarding,
month.
like
Yeah.
boarding school.
Yeah,
it's like parole.
I'll
Wow.
send him away, and then I'll take vacations.
What's
with
that going to cost?
him. I don't know.
And where are you going to take a vacation with him? You're
There are
going.
places you can go to take vacations with
Curacao.
your
I've been
horse.
begging you to take me on
And-
vacation.
And you know you can swim with them and do all kinds
Wait a
of
second.
things.
Swim?
Yeah.
Can you sleep with them?
No, I don't
that's where
wanna
this is
sleep with
leading.
the horse.
Are these places within driving distance, or are you shipping Blaze like on a plane?
No. You know, sometimes
Some are
you
places.
have somebody else drive them. You know, you get some company to trailer them somewhere for you. But,
Right, and you will take Blaze to where? Let's say a hot climate.
What's it?
well, you know, in the summer he could go out on the island.
Oh, wow.
State somewhere.
Look at Blaze.
Take him to that spa and
Oh, he's going to be dreaming of summer camp. Poor bastard.
He likes the city. Thank you.
Yeah,
he
well,
used to live in a place in New Jersey, and he didn't like it.
He didn't like Jersey?
No.
Well, who likes Jersey?
I don't know. Not even horses.
Right. So, is Blaze considered a New Jersey state resident or a New York state resident?
He's now a New York State resident.
So he votes in the New York
Yes.
elections. So
it was funny because at later in the day they had me do these opens for an e-show where I'd say, "Hi, I just want to introduce you to Blaze," and I just thought I should have said, "Hi, I'm Robin Quivers, and this is Blaze Quivers."
Blaze Quivers. Do they call him Blaze Quivers?
I call him Blaze.
I
Quivers.
see.
Didn't you see?
I have never seen such love
Yeah.
between an owner and a horse. So I
wondered-
get there.
I said, "Now, what is he going to make of this?"
I pull up to the place, and the place smells like horse crap.
Right. I said, "Wait till he
Oof-ah.
sees this place.
I was
He's
ready to-
going to faint."
I was ready to turn around and run away.
I know. I was shocked that you stayed as long as you did.
I know. Well, I was there already. I might as well see what's going on.
Howard walks into a stable and he goes, "Ooh, what's this on the floor?"
Yeah.
Like dirt and horse poop.
Yeah, well, I said, I think we're walking on duty.
Gary, don't scare the horse.
And I get in there, and then you got to walk up to the horse, and
Right. He
there's...
lives upstairs.
And Robin is already there with Blaze grooming, and it was a different Robin. I got to admit, it was a different Robin than I'd ever seen before.
Very serious.
Very serious, very concerned about Blaze, and a soft, almost motherly voice.
Oh, yeah.
And don't you think that Robin believes that she can communicate with Blaze?
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Do
That was very
do
apparent.
I not communicate with
Oh
Blaze?
my God! I think Jackie was communicating just as well.
Yeah, he was
that
going
was
to make
sad.
the horse run away with him that
Yeah.
he was communicating so well.
He's
But
he should be hospitalized.
But it was funny because
But,
when Jackie was running away with the horse, Robin was visibly upset. She was
Yeah.
like, "You really were bumming."
well, I didn't get to that part
It was more
yet.
about Jackie than the
Yeah,
horse.
I didn't get to that part yet.
The horse would have been fine.
So you get in there, and Robin is with a brush and a thing, and stroking and feeding, and
a
I said,
rag. She wipes
and
it down with a
Oh
rag.
my God! And you should see the work that goes into this. And I said,
But
Robin.
didn't he look beautiful?
I said, Robin, isn't it time that the horse was ridden?
Tell
And-
him about his trick. With
Wait
the
a second.
carrot.
Wait a second. So I said, Robin, isn't it time we see you ride? I must, she says in a very soft
I
voice.
did not.
I got it on tape,
she
honey.
did.
You guys are crazy.
In a very soft voice, she says, Blaze, I want Blaze to look presentable.
Presentable,
That was the word. I went,
for
uh-oh.
cameras.
I said, we're in a weird place here. I better just keep my mouth shut. Robin's in a weird zone.
And
He's like,
crazy.
it was wild. Wait,
You are the
you want to destroy
craziest.
those tapes.
You're out of your mind.
So wait till you see it. I want Blaze to look
I will
presentable.
get rid of him immediately if this is true.
I wish this was our new studio because we could play it back instantly so you could see yourself.
yeah.
Yeah, you got to get rid of that horse. He's doing something to you. That horse manure is going to your head. So Robin is stroking and cleaning, and I just said, "All right, look, I can see she's in the zone, as they call it." And and then Robin says, "I can show you a trick my Blaze can do." And then
My Blaze. I did not say my Blaze.
No, that you didn't say. Then she takes an apple, and right before she gets to play, Blaze, lift your leg.
give me Blaze, give me your hoof.
No, first she said, "Give me your hoof," and then I stick my leg out, and yeah, I didn't know what you meant. I thought you were talking to me. She's communicating with the horse, but the horse did lift its hoof,
That's right, he does.
and then she feeds him the apple. So a whole thing goes on. Gary, you want an apple?
Yeah, okay.
Let's see which one eats it faster.
Give me your hoof. Will you do that for me?
All right, trick.
Give me the friggin' apple.
Give me your hoof.
Give me the friggin' apple. What do you think I am?
Wow.
There you go.
Robin. Good watch it.
Good boy.
Wait, he doesn't mind the core.
He doesn't mind anything. He eats the entire
I don't mind your
thing.
wrist.
That was pretty good, the trick.
He's like John.
Oh, this is gonna make a big one later.
And I noticed one thing about you. You didn't touch the horse once.
No, I don't want to touch a horse.
And you
I
didn't
don't want
try
germs.
Feed germs.
Right. I don't know what's
Feed
on that
the
horse.
You didn't do anything. You didn't get near him.
Yeah, I'm not hooked into this. And neither did Fred, by the way.
No,
Yes.
I did. I pet his nose.
Did you?
Sure, I did.
Yeah, well, you pet my nose.
I was a little surprised that Fred wasn't more into the horse because I always get the impression that Fred
Was a farm
grew up
boy.
in a rural area near
Yeah.
that
I
sort
do.
of thing.
I'm not crazy about horses.
Well, you know Fred's a people person.
I'm not crazy about horses.
We haven't found what you're crazy about.
Yeah, I'm not crazy about horses.
I'm not.
So far, you're not crazy about people. You're not crazy about horses. And I tell you something, you're not too choked up with just about anything on the
He
planet.
loves that little dog, though.
That little dog,
I love
that
dogs,
rat.
man.
Yeah, maybe
love
we'll see you
dogs, man.
cooing if we get a tape of you and that
There you
dog.
go.
Let's go visit Fred and his dog.
He
That's
won't
why
let
I'm not
you.
stupid enough to invite you,
He
Robin.
won't let you. See, I open up to you guys.
So then
You
Robin,
didn't- you didn't plan to.
so then Robin walks the horse down this ramp, and you know, we're behind her. Her haunches are going. The horse's haunches are going. It's very
God,
sexual.
Here we go.
And then Gary, of course, whispers to me, "How long do you think this is going to last for?" And I said, "That's exactly what I'm thinking. This looks like way too much work for our Robin."
Yeah, I mean, Robin
you're
spent
crazy.
20
Yeah.
minutes grooming the horse, and
Yeah.
you're getting bored, and I think we rushed you.
Yeah.
You would have spent more time.
No, I don't know.
And I kept begging her to clean the horse's penis.
I know.
And she wouldn't do it.
That's
I didn't even see his penis.
He was scared of you.
Yeah. He's like me. When he gets scared or nervous,
Well-
everything just tucks in.
And again, Robin knows the horse well. You know, you just can't do that. There's got to be like a little setup.
You know, what do you mean? There's a build-up to cleaning his genitals?
No,
Foreplay.
it's just the horse. In order to find his genitals, the horse has to be relaxed.
That's like me, I swear. I'm not kidding. You can't find mine. Like right now, I'm a little nervous because of the adrenaline of the show and everything.
Yeah.
And you could not find mine right now. Oh, is that right? They go completely in?
Yeah, but they tuck.
Really?
Yeah, they go way up.
He's
So
not
I-
that big.
I'm
So
trying
maybe I'm not that weird. I'm like a horse.
See there?
I'm trying to figure out how Robin relaxes him. Like, what do you?
Yeah, what do you do?
don't have to relax them. You know, they just get.
Do you use your mouth to relax him?
Oh,
Glass of champagne.
they relax in the course of just being groomed or
I
when they're
see.
in their stall.
Ooh, that feels good. Oh, baby, a little lower.
Whoa. Now I'm relaxed.
Rub that haunch.
You guys are so weird and crazy.
Give me another apple.
But I wasn't communicating with the horse.
Hey, Robin, stroke me, stroke me.
Oh, oh.
So, I kept begging you to do that because I wanted to get it on tape, but you won't clean him in front of us.
Well, it just would be too scary. You know, he's already upset with all those lights and cameras and
Right.
rooms and all that stuff.
Those guys from the E crew were totally not getting the fact
Yeah.
that the horse was spooked. They're putting the lights.
You know, what happened was that the E crew was there with 2 cameras and 2 sets of lights and booms. And the thing is that the horse would get freaked out when it got close. So I'd say to the guys, the horse is getting freaked. I mean, it was really
Yeah,
getting
they
really...
were oblivious.
And I'd say, guys, you're going to have to move back. I don't know who that other second camera crew was, but they would not move.
Right.
I said,
They
this
could
is
care
absurd.
less.
I said,
they
guys.
didn't notice the horses running in the opposite direction.
I think they were trying to get something going. The guys are getting too close. He's gonna panic.
Yeah. You're fine.
Guys, you got to move back a little. All right. Anyway, Robin walks the horses down, and then she gets on the horse, and she's riding around, which is impressive to me because I won't even get up on a donkey, let alone a horse. Scares the hell out of me. I'm up way too high as it is, just walking on my own 2 feet.
See, I know how you feel now.
Yeah, and I mean, and then she gets up on the horse in a very professional manner, wearing very sheer pants with no panties.
Sheer?
Yeah, like jodhpurs.
Not even jodhpurs.
Sheer? They're
And
not sheer.
leggings.
Yeah.
And all I can tell you is, as the horse, and she handles herself well. She has beautiful posture and everything on the horse. And as you're going up and down, your breasts are going like up and down, and you're undulating with your hips. If that's not sexual, and you're not feeling something in your
So
vagina,
hysterical.
her whole legs are spread apart akimbo.
Ride a horse.
Oh, I don't believe it. And you're akimbo.
No, that's not how you ride a horse. That's why you ride a horse.
Yeah.
That's
Maximum
how you ride a horse.
Tell me
for
something.
sure.
I want you to answer me honestly.
Honestly.
Don't lie.
Honestly.
Sometimes when you get off the horse
No.
or during the horse, are you ever?
No, just like when Amy Lynn put her hand down your pants.
Yeah.
You were fine. I'm fine.
No. I was lying.
I'm not lying.
You really?
No.
You never feel
don't buy that.
aroused?
No.
Have you ever checked? Have you ever checked your oil after you got up?
Please, I don't need to check oil.
Yes, you do. Sometimes a girl don't know when she's excited.
Right,
You got to
yeah.
check your oil.
I would know.
I don't believe it. I mean, what was going on in those pants? I mean, you just have to see, wait till you see the tape.
Oh, you.
They'll show you.
Oh, yeah.
You are undulating.
Angela.
I swear to God.
Go with the
writhing.
horse's motion.
It was so sexual. And I don't think like that.
right.
I'm telling you. So anyway, Robin does what they call a trot and then a canter. And then she got on the horse.
Oh,
No,
stop.
no. Robin does a trot and a canter.
Could you believe I could canter him in
That was
little
fantastic.
space?
You ride fantastic.
We were so sure you were going to hit your head on this pole. Every
yeah,
time you
we
went
were
around.
betting money. There was bets going on.
I do it every day. I haven't hit my head yet.
You handled the horse really well. And I was surprised though you needed a chair to get up on the horse.
Well, my horse is used to that. He's not used
see.
to someone swinging up on his back. He's been
All
a
right.
school horse.
I think you should work on that. That would be more impressive.
Thank you.
All right, but it was
Like,
very
anybody
impressive.
cares how you get on the horse.
It was very impressive anyway. I think it's insane what you're doing. If I ever fell off that thing, I'd die.
Well, I've fallen off many times.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah, that's
Oh,
scary.
sure.
Out in the
Fallen
park?
off Blaze. Blaze threw me in the park first month I owned it.
She had to run, and he ran.
That would have been the end of it. Blaze would have been glue. Then Jackie decides he's going to ride. And Jackie is like a cowboy. Jackie doesn't ride or anything, but all of a sudden he goes,
He's a daredevil.
yeah, well, Jackie goes, you know, my great-great-grandfather, Bob Martling, was it?
Phineas Martling.
Phineas Martling was a blacksmith.
So what?
Like,
And I'm like-
now he can ride
Yeah, like-
because his grandfather.
Yeah, and then Jackie goes, "This is in my blood," and I go, "Yeah, that along with alcohol, Valium,
Everything else, yeah,
every
every
goddamn drug known to man, and the flu."
And then he kept telling some weird story about how when he was in college, he rode thoroughbreds while they were tripping.
No, well, no, yeah, he said he went horseback riding once. He met this rich girl, you know, so of course every experience with Jackie has to be on drugs or
Right.
drink. So he said we all got on mescaline
Right.
and we went horseback riding. And I go, you know, Jackie, it's hard enough riding a horse. Why didn't he make it more of a challenge? I could see drunk driving in some way because driving's so boring, but horseback riding is not boring. I mean, you got to be in control of that horse. It's all about controlling the horse. And Robin was really good because she could slow the horse down with just her feet, which was good. That looked impressive. You were very impressive on the horse. I was really
Well,
impressed.
that's what I was always trying to tell you. You don't just sit there.
Yeah.
You have
Yeah, it's
to,
work.
It's work.
Yeah, you got to control the horse. So Jackie gets on. 2 seconds on the horse, he goes, "Giddy up!" And he kicks
I
him.
want to go.
Yeah, and he goes, and he's like, "Wee!" And the whole time he's about. It looks like he's going to fall off.
Yeah, he's hot. He's just doing this.
In his hat, he looked downright bizarre. He had the riding helmet on, and he looked
that
bizarre.
was the funniest picture.
You got to see this on the E! Show. It is bizarre. His face looked like a wooden puppet. He looked very old. I don't know, like a grandma, because the blonde hair is sticking out.
Yeah.
He looked like the Crypt Keeper. I swear to God, riding a horse. And Robin's freaking out because Jackie now is running away with Blaze.
No, Blaze is running away with Jackie.
Yeah, and Jackie's like this the whole time. Wee, 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 wee.
Sit back, Jackie. Sit back. Sit back and say whoa. Blaze, Shush, Jackie. Jackie, be quiet.
It's like one of the guys that escaped from one over the cuckoo's nest.
Jesus Christ. Oh my God.
But no fear.
None.
And
But he did feel that he was beginning to go too
Yeah.
fast, and he had no clue whatsoever of how to stop the horse.
Nor did he care.
And everything he was doing was making the horse go faster.
Well, Jackie,
And then I thought, oh my God, because he wasn't even holding the reins. I
Yeah.
mean, there was no contact with the horse at all.
At this point, I figured Jackie's dead, but Jackie doesn't care because he had to go in for his
Right, he
bronchiectomy.
figures he's got lung cancer, probably he's going to die.
Yeah, right. He goes, "This is my last hurrah," and it was
But
just.
did you see even the owner of the barn came running because he was petrified.
Well, yeah, everybody was nervous. I mean, it was crazy because the horse was just it was unaware that Jackie was on its
And
back.
of course, as usual, Jackie gets off the horse and goes, what the hell are you all worried
Because it
about?
was great. What's the worst that could happen?
Yeah,
You
as
fall.
I'm finally screaming because the more noise he made
Right.
and the more he leaned forward, the faster Blaze was going.
Yeah, it was like a Christopher Reeve situation.
Jackie's the only guy I know who keeps yelling "giddy up" to get a horse to stop.
Yeah. Then Baba Booey decides to get on there, and I tell him he's nuts. Baba Booey gets on, and like, you ever see a little kid on a pony ride?
Right.
Gary gets on the horse, and Robin has to lead him around, which made Robin happy. In a way, Robin was a little upset that Jackie also.
No. I wasn't upset with Jackie at all. I was afraid Jackie was going to die.
Yeah.
I mean, Jackie bobbling up and down like that, he could have come off that horse in any way. Suppose Blaze had started to gallop because he was
And
up
also,
there.
Robin has taken months, almost years of lessons, and Jackie got on and apparently was doing the same thing Robin was
here
doing.
we go. You keep saying that. First of all, Jackie was beating the horse to death
Right.
because he was bouncing on his back like that. He was.
Oh, he was?
He was a mess.
Oh.
And his legs were out like this. He had no contact with the horse at all.
Jackie.
His reins were out like this, and the horse was about to gallop away with him. That's why the stable owner came running out.
I hear
He
you.
was like,
What would
"This is
happen
going to
if
be a nightmare."
What would happen if the horse went into a gallop?
Jackie would have been off. You see, he couldn't. He was sitting a trot like this. If the horse
Yeah, he didn't
started
move
to
forward.
gallop, he would have been off.
Yeah,
that
you're right.
horse.
Jackie made the horse. The horse looked like it was working really hard with Jackie on his back.
It wasn't as smooth as when Robin
Yeah,
rode.
Robin was real smooth with it. So
So that was my only concern because he was scaring, that whoop, whoop, whooping. The horse didn't know what the hell
when
is that.
and Jackie said to me afterwards, he didn't know he was making any noise.
Yeah.
He
I
didn't.
screamed at him, be quiet.
He couldn't. He was like, woo, woo.
But that's when the horse started to surrender. When I finally got him to shut up because
Yeah.
he was scaring the horse to
It's a
death.
funny scene because
It's
Jackie's
a weird
horse is going
hobby.
in
It's an expensive hobby.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
It really has to be. I mean, you got to feed this horse. You got to groom the horse. It's an expensive hobby. What's that thing running you?
I don't know.
You know all too well.
You know
No, I don't. You
Really?
think I pay my bills?
Like, for instance, I was curious. I know that Blaze gets new shoes once a month.
Right.
What does that run?
That's about $160.
Wow.
Couple hundred.
I know that one.
$1,800 a year
Plus food.
for shoes.
Yeah. Hey,
But
listen,
the food
you
is
got to
included
be
in his board.
you got to be a Robin Quivers to be
Yeah,
held.
I heard that comment.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people with not a lot of money
Sport
who
of
have
kings.
horses
And
now.
queens.
In Manhattan.
Right.
In Manhattan, yes. I talk to him every day.
What's it cost for that little stall just to have Blaze?
He actually has a very big stall.
He does.
Compared
I
to
saw that.
some other stalls.
You gave him a big stall. Did you have to pay more for your stall?
No,
You just lucked out.
He's got a window view.
That was available, luckily.
Wow. Good for you. Good for Blaze. He's lucky.
You guys missed it. He
Eats
was
3
he was
square
lying
meals a
down.
day. He was
He
laying
was
down.
lying down when I first got there.
Yeah.
You know, so you missed a beautiful shot of this horse lying down in the straw.
And did he get up when he saw you?
As soon as I walked in, he
Really?
got to his feet.
Mommy,
Honey, you're here, mommy.
give me the carrot and the stroke.
Yeah, he was happy to see Robin.
And then at the end, did you see Robin doing all her tricks? She
Yeah.
lifted up the what do you call those things you put your foot?
My stirrups.
She lifted up the stirrups and put them on top of the horse, and she's like, "I'm practically riding bareback now."
yeah, I know.
Then it
Robin
was
kept
like,
making
no
a big deal,
hands.
but I didn't know what she was talking
Then it
about.
was like, "No
I
hands."
had
Yeah.
I didn't have my stirrups on. I was riding with no
See,
stirrups.
I didn't realize that. I didn't know what you were doing. I
So
had no-
crazy. You're so
then-
silly.
At that point, I was trying to recover from Jackie's ride.
And
then she was bummed out.
And plus, your horse took a dump, and it was
Oh, that was the
stinking.
best.
And I'm right in front of me.
Now, can you walk, trot, and dump at the same
No.
time?
All I
You're
know
a
is
talented horse.
all I know is there's a whole huge barn. The horse has to go right
Right in
really
front
right in
of
front of
you.
me. And I'm like, I was dizzy from the fumes.
I know. You
Yeah,
guys
it really
started
was.
to scream.
Yeah.
But did you see at the end, Robin was sort of bummed out because there wasn't anybody around to put up a pole so she could show us some jumps.
Well, I was waiting. Where were the jumps?
There wasn't anybody there who could
I
have
would
set
have
them
done
up.
it.
You wouldn't have known how.
Oh, well, you tell me what to do. I'll do it.
So I couldn't show you a jump. He
No.
loves to jump.
Really?
Yeah.
In that little area.
I'd like to. Robin, don't bang her head
Did
on
you
the.
see him? He wasn't bothered about that little area. Was
No,
he?
no, I'm telling you, it really did look like you must have come within inches of that pole
No,
100
I
times.
said him. He wasn't bothered.
Yeah, but he doesn't know the pole's there.
That's right. I do.
Right. You got to keep our eyes open. All right, listen. So anyway, A+ in riding, excellent work. I mean, it's an incredible thing that you can do. I mean, what can I tell you? I mean, it was impressive to me. I wouldn't get up on that thing.
Well, that's what I do.
Yeah, you did a
It's
good
my
job.
hobby.
That's your hobby. And God bless you. You can have that. I don't want any part of it.
Hi, I'm Robin Quivers, and this is the official introduction to Blaze, my wonder horse.
Gary, don't scare the horse.
Come on, Blazy boy. Come on. Come on. Are they scaring you? Come on. It's okay. It's okay.
Oh, look, Robin's talking to Blaze. Jackie, talk to Blaze.
Hi, Blaze. I'm a horse joke.
Don't go too near him.
It's okay.
Hey, Blaze, I hear you made a pile on Wall Street.
Jackie, tell Blaze a joke.
I did. He just tried to go back in the stool.
Before you ride Blaze, you have to do this every day?
Yeah.
You have to groom him?
You want him to be presentable when you saddle him up and take him down.
What do you mean, presentable to
This is not a
who?
full grooming job. I'm just brushing him off.
Blaze must be a woman.
Huh? Yeah, well, when he's nervous, he does like you. He pulls it way up.
he's the same size as me. Whoa, pretty bad.
Look at the look on his face. He knows what you
You
thought.
should have named him Howard. Gary, you want an apple?
Yeah, okay. Let's see which one eats it faster.
Give me your hook. Will you do that for me?
All right, trick.
Give me the friggin'
Give
apple.
me your hook. Come
Give me
on.
the friggin' apple. What do you think I am? A
Good.
psycho?
Wow.
There
Hey,
you go.
Robin. You better watch your
Good
fingers.
boy.
But he doesn't mind the core.
He doesn't mind anything. He eats it.
I don't mind your wrist.
Oh, shit out to sea.
Oh,
That was
boy.
pretty good, the trick. Jackie, you can get up on Blaze?
Of course I am.
Really?
My grandfather was a blacksmith.
What is that?
Yeah, what do you do?
That means you should nail a shoe on his foot.
There's a farm next to my house. This is in my blood, man.
Where's Timmy? Sorry. That's okay.
Jackie's going up next. Robin, you have to wear a jogging bra when you do this? Take a wish, Randy, Jackie. A wish
I hope your nose,
tomorrow.
I hope your nose job caked your cheeks.
Oh, what do you think?
Excellent. You're proud.
So who wants to try to get on?
Go ahead.
Jackie's going to go.
I'm ready.
Oh, you're right. Really not nervous?
Now get ready for some added weight.
Can you make it from there, or do you want
I
me to-
can if you're
Get her close.
No, you're not supposed to leap. You put your
I'm
foot
not
in the
going to
stirrup.
leap. I can leap
Bring
now.
me a mounting block from there. Oh my God. Poor horse.
Jackie, he's good. Jackie, you're going to get thrown.
I told you I was a horseman.
If I don't get thrown by you, Captain Stern, you could get thrown by no horse.
His grandfather was a blacksmith, and he's running like.
Come on, Blaze, here we go.
Where are you going? With my horse.
I'm going for a ride.
Where am I
I know
going?
where I'm going.
The hell thing?
Look at it. You're holding the reins wrong.
Come on.
Oh, Jesus.
Step on the accelerator. Get what the hell
You have surgery tomorrow.
You don't know how to coast, do you, Jackie? He's going to keep going faster. Sit back. Jackie, sit back. Sit back and say, whoa. Blaze, whoa. Shush, Jackie. Jackie, be quiet.
It's like one of the guys that escaped from one floor over the cuckoo's nest.
Whew. Jesus Christ. Oh, my God.
Robin's scared.
Oh, stop. You don't rein a horse like that in English. You don't pull on his mouth like that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You're just yanking his head around.
I'm
so.
sorry, Blaze.
Yeah. Don't try something fancy. Just ride my horse. Don't kill him.
Get out, nice and easy.
How do you make the horse stop?
How do you make a horse stop? You just sort of settle back on his hoe.
Whoa,
I would show you. All right.
Who's going to a ball?
No, you get down before the helmet comes off.
Jackie, I'll get news for you.
Take both legs out and then swing. There you go.
Jackie, you were something.
Do you want to go?
I'm trying to decide.
Fantastic. How the hell did he do that?
Because he's an idiot.
He's an idiot.
Left foot in first.
Whatever that first foot is. Yeah. And then just swing your leg over.
Wow, look at that.
The other stirrup.
He looks like
No. Okay, now you hold the reins. Yep.
Oh,
The reins go.
Look for more carrots.
Yeah, no. Flat legs.
how about a Snickers?
In your first three fingers.
You know what? I want to get off this horse.
No, take it easy. You can stay up there without even holding on to it.
Gary, you're nuts. I can get
Sides a
you
little
off that
bit.
thing right now.
Squeeze. Go, Blaze. Come on.
Gary, get
Go.
off now.
Howard, stop.
Well, you got the mountain
Come on.
dog.
I know horses don't like Italians. I remember hearing it.
Gary, you need a wider horse.
Yeah.
Do what Jackie did. Take control.
Yeah.
You don't need Robin.
All right, I'm going to get off here.
Stop it.
Isn't that
I'm done.
It's not
All
that much
right.
fun, is it?
Take him for a spin, Gary.
Both feet out. What is it?
Yeah, both feet out and then swing your
Keep
left
that
leg
camera
up.
going.
Or right leg up.
He's gonna go right on this. Hey, boy, good or what?
At least they got on.
Come on, ready?
I'm positive. I'm not a horse person.
Come on,
Get
ready?
off the mountain bike.
You go, Rob. I'm trained a little more than going home.
All righty. Isn't he a pretty horse?
How was the action? You guys riding? You're riding.
Oh, I think he was impressed.
I thought it was very good.
That's all she learned. That's all she learned in a year.
Took her a year to learn that. Jackie did it in one lesson.
I know.
No, I thought that was pretty impressive.
And a lot cheaper.
And what about Jackie and Jackie? Let's start with Jackie's riding. What about
Jackie is a daredevil, and he was riding the horse as if he was in a Western saddle. So he just wanted to sit back and go like this, whee! And then he figured, I don't know what he thought about stopping, but he thought, you know, I'll just get the horse to go faster, and then when I decide he'll stop, even though he had no contact with the horse at all. So, and everything he was doing was absolutely wrong to get the horse to do anything right. So he was actually going faster and faster, and I was getting a little scared for him.
I thought the Jackie was the highlight when he was giggling.
You don't even realize you're making noise. I didn't even realize.
You were like,
You were scared of the horse.
It's so exciting.
What about Gary's riding?
Gary just, you know, he was being brave about even getting on the horse because you could tell he felt very unsure of himself. So, you know, just to go around once was enough for Gary. He really was afraid.
Why don't you think Howard or Fred got on the horse?
I think Howard was terrified, and Fred probably was terrified too.
I thought Gary on the horse was pretty impressive.
Yes.
The fact that the horse could support Gary's ass was really good. No, yeah, actually, you look pretty good from the back.
It was a tie.
No, Gary did well. I mean, he had the balls to get up there. I was too scared. I don't want to be up on there. And Fred was smart too.
Yeah.
I didn't want to do it.
I'm crazy. I'm not stupid.
So why did you think Howard and the guys wanted to come down and see you today?
I think they were interested in what I've been doing, and they wanted to see Blaze. They've heard about him, they've talked about him, they've never seen him.
I want to come back later when the horse craps on her shoulder again. That's what I want to see.
I was sorry we didn't get to see her grooming the horse's genitals.
Right.
I was looking forward to that.
Because I was going to have her do mine.
She actually washes them, right?
Jackie, come here. I'll groom your genitals.
Bye-bye, everybody. Blaze and I will make our next appearance at the National Horse Show. See you then.
All right, good morning, everybody. Welcome to a live, brand new show. I'm trying to figure out which mic George is on. It's been so long, I can't remember. George, what mic?
George is here.
Hold on, wait. Hold on a second. Say something.
Good morning. Good morning.
Guess
Am I on?
Yeah, I couldn't remember which.
Good morning.
How are you?
I couldn't remember.
I'm just fine.
I couldn't remember which switch worked the microphone for your.
And which switch am I?
You're number 4.
I'm number 4.
Number 4.
1, 2, 3, 4.
What a great
How are
voice.
you, George?
Iconic voice.
When's the last time you were here?
I think it's been more than 3 months. It's been much too long. And congratulations to you on many, many counts. Certainly on your upcoming wedding and the merger of Sirius and XM.
There's another marriage, that's right.
And congratulations to you on California allowing gay marriage and the fact that you and Brad are getting married. I already sent you. Did you get our gift yet?
No, not yet.
Yeah, okay.
We've been out of town an awful lot.
All right.
But yeah, I'm a happy guy to be hitched to the guy I love with loving family and friends surrounding us. How much happier can one get?
It almost became like like the biggest thing in your career, even bigger than Star Trek or Heroes.
I'm telling you, the way the press covered it, we weren't quite prepared for that. We were just swarmed by that massive media coverage.
Well, there's you, there's Ellen DeGeneres.
Yes.
And
last weekend.
Yeah, I mean, that's it. You know, here gay marriage went through, but they needed to put a famous face on it. And you guys were right there.
You became the spokesperson.
Well, you know, we're doing what we wanted to do, and our Supreme Court finally gave us, well, they said, you know, you guys have been living in sin for 21 years, so it's about time you made it legit.
That's right. Might as well make you legal.
Are you nervous? When is the wedding?
It's the 14th of September.
Okay.
Next month.
Did you get a marriage license yet?
Well, that's when we got that massive media coverage.
I see.
So we do have a license now.
Now, when you get a marriage license, because I've, been looking into this, you've got to...
Oh, you haven't gotten yours yet?
No.
Oh, you haven't?
No.
Oh,
even though it's been reported everywhere that I'm married.
That's right.
I don't know how the fuck that happened. I mean, there must be 5,000 reports I could play you about that I got married this weekend. And I wish everyone would calm down. Who cares if I'm married or not? I'm telling you this. I never saw such interest in a non-thing.
Too many media outlets.
Yeah.
And they
that's
love
what
to
it
get
is.
it wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, they had us already married, too. All we did was get the license.
Yeah, so you got the license. Did you have, like, you have to have a birth certificate?
Oh, you do?
Yeah. A driver's license?
We didn't have to have our birth certificate, only our driver's license.
That's it?
And $70.
You have to have a birth certificate?
Oh, yeah, you have to have... There's 4 or 5 things you have to have from each column, and you have to match one of the columns.
Really?
Yeah,
Not in California.
You have to have a birth certificate, a driver's license. I've got to have my divorce papers.
Well,
I want you to prove that.
Yeah. You have to prove you're divorced. It's a whole fucking deal.
I thought of a couple loopholes, though, for George. You could have, I think, they just specified gays getting married, not two men. I think you could have said...
No, they said marriage equality.
But I think you could have years ago gotten married and just said you guys weren't gay. You just were two guys who wanted to get married.
No, you couldn't.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, you just say, look, we're not gay guys. We just want to get married.
So but my question was, when you went down to the,
City Hall,
did you have any thoughts like, wow, this could fuck everything up, this could mess it all up? Did you have any kind of trepidation?
We were a little nervous, not because of that, but because it was, something that we hadn't expected to happen, and we were really excited about it. But
how did people know you were going down to City Hall?
Well, the press, this was the first day that marriage equality was going to start happening. So the press was there en masse. And when we showed up, we were just swarmed by them. We couldn't move. And then they asked, the mayor of West Hollywood was making a speech, and they asked me to make some comment at the same time, too. And so I said, may sweet equality live long and prosper.
This is a big career move for you, in a way. I mean, I never saw so much publicity. You're on fire.
Do you think he's getting married just for his career?
I think it's for Brad's career.
I don't think so.
Yeah, Brad's become a name now.
I know.
Mary Ann from Brooklyn, you're on the air. Good morning.
I was going to congratulate you. I wanted to be the first caller, but I can't believe I was sucking into that. It was all over the post, the computer. People were calling me wherever I went. People said, I said, yeah, I guess. Barefoot on the beach. I knew it couldn't be at all.
No. We first...
Tell me that.
I would tell you when I'm getting married. I told you, we're having a family thing and a thing for our friends.
So why did the Post print that?
Why? Everything they print about me is wrong. I mean, in fact, I spoke with Lisa G through a third party, and because I said, well, according to Lisa G, and Lisa G said, look, I never reported that. I reported that Beth was going to wear a sundress or something with your family.
Right, and barefoot on the beach.
Something like that, and that's not even true. I don't even know what that is. So here's every media outlet reported it, and it's completely false.
Could I give you my take, Howard? Is this going to be around like the Labor Day weekend when you have vacation?
You know what? I don't even want to talk about it anymore. I'm sick of it. I'm actually starting to get, what do you call that, cold feet. Not because I have any doubts about Beth. I just don't like all of this hoopla.
Howard.
Too much for me. I'm not 𝗧𝗵𝗲. I can't handle it.
He can't take it.
I can't take it.
You better talk him down.
It's for you and your family to be
I should have just taken her off somewhere and married her. That's what I wanted to do.
I love you so much, Howard. I saw your tattoo on your ring. You hot, sexy thing, Howard. If it wasn't Beth, I wish it could have been me.
No, you don't.
Even
trust
you
me.
laugh at that.
I love you.
You don't want me mounting you. Trust me, Marianne.
I love you.
All right,
Howard.
thank you very much.
Congratulations.
You have no idea what it's like when I mount a woman.
Are you getting helicopters flying over your place?
No, nothing like that.
Oh, good.
Yeah, it's enough already with this marriage stuff.
I know.
I'm like the bride-to-be here. I mean, what is it? I'm a man. I don't care about this kind of stuff. I care about just getting laid and having fun. I'm a scores man. I like meeting girls. I like meeting guys. I like to have fun. Fuck you.
I'm not about pictures. And
if you don't like it.
And if you don't like it, it's too bad. Here, I'll play you some of these.
Did shock jock Howard Stern and longtime fiancee Beth Okraski get married? His co-worker...
She better change that name. Nobody can even say it. That's atrocious.
Report Stern and his gal pal...
Like a Trotsky.
Yeah, really.
Did in fact tie the knot on the beach yesterday. An article featured in New York Post, page 6, also says... And wedding bells will be ringing for the shock jock. Howard Stern was reportedly to marry his longtime fiancée, Beth Okraski, on the beach today.
Okraski?
Oh, my
God. Not barefoot.
That's a tough name to say.
Were invited. Friends will be celebrating at a big...
Yeah, but this is the first time like 2 in a row got it.
Yeah.
We have no confirmation on this, but celebrity watchers are abuzz tonight with Howard Stern wedding news. Now, this is video taken in the past of Shock Jock and his longtime girlfriend, Beth.
Shock Jock.
Everybody's like so floored by this. They can't do anything right.
Trotsky, the talk is the two were supposed to be married in a quiet beach ceremony.
She said a Trotsky, too. Who could say that name?
Well, she got, she stumbled over Shock Jock, then 𝗧𝗵𝗲 was looking at her.
Maybe it's a good thing you're getting all this hoo-ha right now, because then, when it actually happens...
They'll miss it.
It'll be passé.
Yeah.
That's a Polish name, by the way. It's weird that I'm marrying a Polish girl, because, my whole childhood I heard about how horrible Poles were.
I know. All you have to do is say Poland to him. It's like, slowly I turn.
Right, yeah, it's like, when the Germans came into Poland, the Poles took the Jews, and they killed them, and slaughtered them. And they loved it. And Poland was a great place to live. It was a great city. It was a cultural center. And then when they killed all the Jews, they got their payback because now it's just Poland. They lost all their culture. And they lost...
Now it's just Poland.
They lost everything. And they were jealous of the Jews. And the Poles then, I was afraid of everything and everyone growing up.
And you still are.
Yes. The Poles gift-wrapped the Jews for the Germans, and then I'd go to bed and have a fucking nightmare. But no, but you see...
I wonder why.
But my mother's more enlightened now and forgiving and...
Well, the Germans must have been scary motherfuckers, because the Parisians let them walk right in, too. Right?
Believe it or not, Howard Stern is entering into the institution of marriage. Industry insiders say Stern was set to marry his longtime fiancée, 𝗵𝗲 𝗛𝗏 on a beach. 𝗧𝗏 is rumored to have recently gotten a tattoo of the letter H inked on her arm and may change.
It was real weird, too, because Beth took a picture of the H on her arm.
Uh-huh.
So she said she called Doug Hurwitz, who, runs our website. And she said, I have this picture of the H. I'll send it over to you. He goes, what am I going to do with that?
What?
Yeah, so she said, well, okay, forget it. But he didn't want to... she thought it might be interesting for fans to see. Yeah, I don't know.
He turned it down?
He turned it down. She goes, I can't believe he turned down the H. I said, okay.
Doug wasn't thinking that day.
I go, he's right on it. What would I do with that?
What do I want with that? For my personal collection? I don't need that.
Will you stop it? Are you out of your mind?
So she was like, whoa.
Yeah, that's kind of...
She goes, I felt kind of dumb. She says, I feel stupid telling him that I had it, but I thought maybe he'd want it.
He must have been overburdened at that moment, and it didn't occur to him what he was saying.
He was like, I've seen the letter H before. What do I need to see it here for?
H is not a new letter.
Right.
Shock Jock Howard Stern is set to tie the knot in October, but he will also have a pre-ceremony this weekend.
People are all confused. Like it's turning into some bizarre Pam Anderson, Tommy Lee thing. Like, he's set to get married in October, but...
He's having preview weddings before the real thing.
Runner-up weddings.
Okay, get ready, everybody. Listen to this. Stern's fiancée, 𝗵𝗲 𝗛𝗏 tells Fox the pair will hold a Type A civil service Saturday in...
This girl can barely read. Where is this one
Wait
from?
a minute. What is she talking about?
I don't know.
A Type A civil service. What does that mean?
This is from Birmingham, Alabama. Their reporters, their anchor people can barely talk.
Well, it's Birmingham. Who are you going to get to?
Right.
New York's ritzy summer getaway, the Hamptons. A celebrity is also officiating the vows. Stern says Kelly Ripa's husband, actor Mark Consuelos, became an ordained minister just for the occasion to marry Howard Stern and his wife. That scares me somehow. We'll be right back.
Scares her. Her reading scares me. I'm wondering if she went to school.
I'm wondering where they even do that telecast. It's all noisy in there.
Yeah, who am? It says here.
Shock Jock Howard Stern is set to tie the knot in October, but he will also have a pre-ceremony. Did shock jock Howard Stern and his longtime fiancée...
We're moving on now to Phoenix, where apparently they're a little more professional.
I see.
Did shock jock Howard Stern and his longtime fiancée get married? Maybe. Maybe not. The New York Post.
Who gives a shit? Enough already.
How does your life change?
Yeah. Oh, I don't know. It's creeping me out.
By the end, it's going to be Shock Jock and Ben Luzinski
Right.
Getting married.
Yeah.
That is really incredible how, like, you know, especially in those smaller markets, like the tattoo is big news. And, you know,
Yeah.
ritzy getaway.
Doug Hurwitz didn't think it was all that big a deal.
No, he was like, what am I supposed to... He said to Beth, what am I supposed to do with that? So, you know, it's a funny thing that, you know... You know, I mean, I guess it's a sign that the show is popular and that, I'm in the news.
Yeah, that's one nice thing about it.
But, you know, I mean, it's embarrassing in a way, all this carrying on, you know what I mean?
Well, it's a very public thing, and if it fails, then that's going to be very public, too.
Yeah. Quit predicting that already.
I'm not predicting anything. I'm just saying they make a big deal out of something, and then if it doesn't work out, it becomes an even bigger deal.
Yeah, but they've been together for years now. So.
No. I'm saying anything like that. You know, like if you have a bunch of fanfare over a movie even, and then it comes out and it flops, it makes it even a worse tragedy.
Yeah, if we flop, I'm just going to say, look, I'm famous, and this is what famous people do. I'm supposed to get married like 3 or 4 times. I'm only up to my second one.
That's right. That was just, you know, my second try.
Yeah, I mean, Paul McCartney, I see he's already getting married again.
Is he really?
They're talking about it. He's found some new chick.
Who's he marrying?
Well, he's got enough money.
There you go.
Yeah, but I mean...
What does that have to do with it?
How many broads is he going to give $60 million to?
I hope I'm in that line.
No, there'll be a prenup next time, trust me.
Yeah, you think Paul learned?
Yeah, I think Paul got a good lesson. Wendy Williams, she mentioned me on her TV show, but I'll just play you all the wedding bullshit. This is Wendy Williams, but I don't know what she was saying. She basically wished me well.
All right, now moving on. Okay, Howard Stern. I've been on his radio show before. He's nice. I like Howard. Anyway, Howard is marrying Beth, and Mark Consuelos, Kelly Ripa's husband, is doing the ceremony. And I knew that Howard would eventually marry this girl if they stuck around long enough, because what are you supposed to do with $500 million, you know, other than pay, you know, alimony and a little child support and buy yourself a couple of trinkets and, you know, houses. You know, he's got, like, great property from what I read in the tabs. But it's supposed to be this weekend, right? This weekend, out in the Hamptons, and Consuelos is officiating a little something. And so congratulations. And the next thing, Howard, is the baby. I'm almost certain that a woman that young is not going to marry you and not have any babies.
Yeah, well, that'll be the reason for my divorce.
I mean, you know, so congratulations, Howard. Beth, I've never met you, but congratulations.
It was nice, but you didn't need to bring that up. Got enough grief.
Trying to make it
interesting. Kevin suggested that we crash the wedding.
Well, that's not a good idea.
Don't do that.
Don't do that because we'll throw you out.
Yeah, we're going to sing a wacky song?
Yeah. She could take Sal's place. But anyway, yeah, that'd be the only reason my marriage would fail. Beth and I had a heart-to-heart about that yet again.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I just think I'm a crotchety old dude. I don't want any more kids.
What brings up these heart-to-hearts?
Me.
He does.
Yeah, I go.
It up.
I said, are you sure you want to go ahead with this? I really don't want kids. And she goes, yeah, I don't want kids either. I go, okay, I'm just checking in. I don't want to be a shit.
But you're sure that's completely out of your paranoia? She's not giving you signs that she might want a kid, so you feel you have to bring that up?
Well, we were watching the Olympics, and she said, hey, let's adopt a little Chinese baby.
What?
And then I said, little Chinese baby. And I said, hell no. Unless she's really good on the parallel bars. I don't see any upside.
Really know how to flip around.
Beth loves Chinese babies.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, they get big, though.
No, she just loves...
Can't you bind the Chinese baby so it stays a baby?
Well, once in a while she'll say, let's get a Chinese baby, you know, and I go, look. I said,
We're not getting any kind of baby.
I said, if I was going to have a baby, I'd have my own baby. I don't need a Chinese baby.
So Mia Farrow said the same thing. Look how that turned out.
Right. But I'm saying, listen, I'm up front. I just checked in one more time and said, look, you sure you want to be with a geezer who doesn't want any kids?
She said?
She goes, I don't want kids either.
Except Chinese kids.
She was fucking around, I think. I don't know.
No, that's better to be honest up front early on.
We've been up front the whole time, man. This is different. I'm telling you, I'm being up front.
Well, Brad asked me whether,
You guys thinking of having kids?
No. Not, there was a time.
George, if you get pregnant, it'll ruin your body.
No, adopting.
Adopting, yeah.
But it's too late in my life.
You won't have your own. You will not carry your own.
I will not carry my own.
You get the Chinese kid.
Chinese girl kid, yeah.
Right.
No, I don't think so, because...
You're not adopted, kid.
Jimmy Doohan, at 80 years old, fathered a child.
That's ridiculous.
And I think it's so
How
unfair
long did he
to the
live
child.
after that?
5 years.
Wow.
He never even knew the kid
was, without a father, 5 years old. And I don't think that's really fair to the kid.
I agree. I mean, you and Brad have a great lifestyle.
Yeah, we really enjoy our life as it is, and we have our surrogate children and my grandniece and grandnephew. I mean, they live only 5 minutes away, and we love them to death.
Poor Brad. I saw him on the newscast when you guys were getting the marriage license. He looked like a deer in the headlights. He does not like being on camera. He looked like he was frozen.
He gets very nervous very easily.
Yeah.
And the cameras and the photographers and the crowd really shook him up.
Was it a romantic night, the night that you went and got the marriage license? I mean, here you'd been on TV. The two of you had been interviewed. Was there sex involved the night that you got your marriage license?
The night before was wonderful.
It was, because he was excited and you were excited.
Exactly. But the night of... the night after we got the license.
So you guys were so worked up.
Completely frozen.
You guys were so worked up, you blew each other, and then went down to City Hall.
Wow, that's right.
Right.
That's right. We were energetic. We were just full of vitality.
Oh, wonderful. Let's go down and get the license.
It was a happy occasion. Why not celebrate?
Getting the license.
Now, in a situation like that, do you switch off positions? I mean,
of course.
Like who gets it? Or...
You don't have to be gross. Come on, that's very personal.
You've heard of you brought it up.
69.
Well, you two blew each other. I went down. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get gross.
Listen, George is not only in a gay marriage, he's in the gayest marriage.
Well, I'm just curious.
This is the Howard Stern Show.
I know, yeah.
George is back.
George is back in town.
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 George is back.
All right, George back in.
And I am happy.
Yes, you are.
It's a great time. A summer of weddings.
So you made love to Brad the night before you got your marriage license. And was it on a night you typically don't make love? Because I know you have set nights.
Well, Sunday.
Right.
Sunday's actually, it's the morning. Sunday morning.
Is always?
Always.
No matter what.
When you should be in church, you're fucking a guy.
Well, I am in church.
Sunday morning always, right?
Sunday morning always.
Right.
Sunday. Sunday.
And then this was not a Sunday, was it?
No. It was I think it was a Monday.
Monday. So, right. So Sunday you had your normal sex.
Right. And then Sunday night we did. And
Sunday night you did because of Monday.
So it was a double header.
And Monday night, nothing happened. We were
exhausted.
Well, I could have gone.
Hard to pass up.
So you wanted to watch Monday night is when you watch football. So why would you?
Brad was all frozen up. He was so, he was a nervous wreck.
Right.
Really?
Yeah. I understand that.
Because is he getting cold feet? We're talking to George.
No,
maybe
because
Brad is getting cold
feet. Because there's, he's not used to it. Thank you.
I don't need his resort.
This guy is nuts. He wants to get Robin there and seduce her.
I love a chef.
What if he says to her something like, he wants to give her something to live for. If you get back in shape, give me a call. All right, listen, we're going to take a break, and we'll get right to the news block right after these words. Brad and George's wedding song, More Than a Feeling.
Would be a good one.
I'm probably going to play that at the bachelor party for George.
Nice song.
Want to do an announce here, George? Or
all right.
You Feel free.
This is George Takei, and I would like to congratulate my fellow American Michael Phelps on receiving 8 Olympic gold medals. And if he's interested, I'd like him to receive my 8 hard Asian inches. Call me Mikey. You're listening to the Howard Stern Show.
Wow. That was sexy. Good for you.
I think he meant it.
8 hard Asian inches.
I do.
What about your penis?
Well, you've heard it all. All right, Steve Langford, come on in here. Let's get John Hein in here. And, of course, we welcome George Takei to the show today, our great hero. George Takei, an announcer. Steve, go ahead. What do you got for us? What scoops do you have?
Just some of the stories we're working on in the Howard 100 newsroom. Fort Scott, Kansas. Richard Christie's hometown circling the wagons. A report that Howard TV plans to send 15 people to shoot Whack Pack at the Christies later this month. Apparently has Fort Scott fearing the onslaught of Sodom and Gomorrah in their peaceful town. Howard TV reportedly seeking access to shoot a couple of unnamed Whack Packers and a stripper on town property. But Fort Scott officials saying, hold your horses. The town apparently wary after Howard TV reportedly told Fort Scott in a statement, quote, our intention is to capture the beauty and novel lifestyle of Fort Scott and, by extension, Kansas itself.
Yeah, Howard TV having trouble filming out by where Richard Christie grew up.
Town objecting?
Town objecting to God knows what. I mean, I don't think they were going to do anything weird. I mean, they're weird, but they're not going to do anything that bizarre. Well, maybe they are. I don't know. Well, who knows? Evidently, they can't shoot there in certain places. What else you got, Steve?
Also today, Eric the Midget apparently issuing a new threat to this Howard 100 News reporter. I'm going to come to New York and break your jaw, according to a voicemail message. Eric the Midget suggesting Johnny Fratto has stopped taking Eric's calls because of some alleged nefarious scheme cooked up by Howard 100 News. But Johnny Fratto claiming he's been so busy lately he hasn't had time to take Eric the Midget's calls.
Exactly. That's what I try to tell Eric. Go ahead, Steve.
Also, comedian Richard Lewis confirming to Howard 100 News he contacted Artie Lang to offer the name of a counselor who Artie says he's now seeing. Richard Lewis telling us, quote, it's something I did as I felt Artie was headed for an early grave. Lewis says he just prays that Artie stays the course. Well, by the way, Artie stated earlier on this show that he's been clean for 19 days. But based on what Lang told the Stern Show last week, Artie would have got off his high horse 15 days ago, not 19 days.
Ah, very good.
And today in Howard history, 22 years ago today, WYSP Radio in Philadelphia, the first station to simulcast the Stern Show.
20 years ago today.
22
years ago today. Boy, it seems like only yesterday we were starting in Philadelphia. Anything else, Steve?
And Chuck Zito, tonight, 7 Eastern, Howard 101, and at midnight, Greg Fitzsimmons. If you see Stern News happening, we want to know about it. Call the Howard 100 News tip line 877-33-SIRIUS, choose channel 100, or email us at howard100news@sirius-radio.com.
All right, Steve, thank you. You're always there, always doing a good job. Artie, according to the news department, you've only been sober 15 days, not 19. You don't even know your own sobriety.
Well, that is news.
That is news. That's news to you. John Hein, go ahead.
Today is the first Monday that show announcer George Takei and Artie Lang are both actually here live.
Right.
And Howard gave George plenty of advice on his impending wedding with co-fiance Brad.
Do you think that was a good session with him? I mean, I think I did him some good, right?
I think so, and I think he took it very seriously.
I hope so.
I did indeed.
Right.
Well, George is going to stop by, and we'll see whether he plans to follow any of your advice, Howard, what he expects from his upcoming bachelor party this week, if he anticipates a change in his Sex on Sundays schedule,
right,
where will there now be a prenup, and does George foresee a difficult conversation with Brad about these touchy topics?
Okay, good.
Plus,
it's become public.
Plus, despite the news reports, Howard did not get married this weekend and is tired of all the talk. The Mad Dog cries breaking up with Mike and is reportedly heading to Sirius. Will and Jason have a bachelor party, and Sal has become the norm of Rick's. Italian sponge-bathing Miss Howard TV is the hottest chick that Artie's ever seen. Robin doubts Donald Trump's generosity, and Ralph thinks she's a hypocrite. Jeff the Drunk mourns his friend Ed, who OD'd. Gary and Artie think mixing two songs is an easy way to get a hit, and everything else that happened on today's show, we'll cover it on the wrap-up.
All right, very good. Thank you. John Hein, wrap-up show every day at 11 o'clock or as close as we can get to it. Robin, it's time for news. Oh, Olympics. Listen to that.
Your fucking titties, please pop them out, 'cause I'm jacking off right now. Out your fucking titties, please pop them out, because I'm jacking off right now.
All right, there it is. For the Olympics.
On.
Gee. Wow. Wants those titties.
On and on.
With the titties.
Anyway, well, I have...
He's 𝗵𝗲 What is that?
He's 𝗵𝗲
I believe I'm forgetting Italian phrases.
Yeah, really.
You know, what kind of Italian are you?
One thing, just a little piece of business to get out of the way.
Please.
Happy birthday, Jim Florentine. It's his birthday today.
All right. Wow. Are you sad that you're not celebrating with him?
No.
Come on.
No, I got to say happy birthday.
What happened?
She broke up?
We broke up.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
You seem like such a nice guy.
He's a heathen.
Evidently he's not so nice. Had you already purchased the gift?
This is the gift. You know, he apparently likes airtime, so. There's some he can get without having to talk about us.
Man, there's some bitterness there.
Whoa. What are you saying? What do you mean he likes airtime? What have you heard?
What have I heard? I heard the clips you played of him on the Bubba Show.
Right. Did you get a little bit taken with that?
Taken?
Taken aback?
I didn't know he was doing it.
Right. Do you feel funny that he was answering questions about you now that you've broken up?
Yeah, it's a little soon to be doing that, I would think, if I was a gentleman.
Man, there's a little edge there, isn't there?
Have you spoken with him since he was on Bubba's show?
No, we texted for a second, but that was it.
Because he did both Bubba's morning and afternoon shows.
I wondered. I said, I bet you he did both shows.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
So, happy birthday, Jim Florentine.
What did your
check his website, and maybe he's coming to a town near you.
Wow. Well, maybe people could hear him talk about you.
What?
Maybe at his show he'll talk about you.
Maybe. I don't know.
See what you're saying. What was your text? Was it fuck off or anything like that? Fuck off.
143. I hate you.
Well, I hope you and Jim remain friends.
I'm sure we'll be fine friends.
By the way, Robin, I did want to offer my congratulations to you on your rescue. I received an email.
Yes.
I
completely forgot. I'm so busy, I forget what I'm doing.
One of our fans wrote me a letter. He said that you, in fact, were jet skiing.
Yes.
Whatever that's called, jet ski, I guess. Jet ski.
Or
with some young lady in her 20s.
No.
That's what he says here.
Hannah is 16.
All right. He said a young girl. Who is Hannah?
She's the daughter of my friend Heidi.
Okay. You and this so-called Hannah were jet skiing, and there you saw stranded on an island 2 fellow jet skiers.
No, they were sailors.
Sailors. Their boat capsized?
Yes.
They swam to shore, some kind of island?
No, what had happened was they apparently had called someone else to try to rescue them on a smaller boat. There were 3 of them apparently on the original sailboat, and the smaller boat couldn't accommodate 4 people, so they weren't going to make it home, so they had pulled up on the marsh.
I see.
And then they waved us down.
Oh, wow. In the words of Roy Scheider in Jaws, we're going to need a bigger boat.
That's right. And so I went over because I saw them waving, and I said, are you in trouble? They said, yes, we can't get home. Could you take 2 of us back and then come back? And I said, certainly. And I put 2 people on my jet ski.
2 people, man and a woman, 2 men, what?
There was 1 man and 3 women.
Who was on the back of yours, the man or the woman?
No, one man and 1 woman stayed with their boat, and then 2 women got on the back of my jet ski.
So one was on the back of yours and one was on this so-called Hannah?
No. Hannah had never been on a jet ski before. I took the 2 people.
You fit 2 people on this enormous jet ski. It must be huge what you have.
It's a 3-person jet ski.
And do they hold you motorcycle style, these girls?
No, I didn't go fast.
But don't they have to hold you around the waist?
No, you're not going fast. There's no
Did they accidentally brush against your breasts?
Oh, my God, no. I was wearing a life jacket.
Were the women gay or straight?
I have no idea. I don't know these people.
What were you wearing?
I was wearing a bathing suit and a life jacket.
You were in your almost no clothing, and 2 women were on a jet ski with you. Almost nude.
Nice. I love Howard, the so-called Hannah.
Yeah, this so-called Hannah couldn't handle 1 person on her jet ski.
She had never been on a jet ski before. I would never have put her in that position.
Why couldn't one of the other rescuees drive Hannah's jet ski with her?
I know? I don't know. Giving them control of a jet ski.
All right,
I don't know who they are.
All right, that makes sense. Okay, I'm just questioning you.
Do you think I'm crazy?
Well, good for you. You're a hero.
I rescued them, went back for the other 2, and they said they were going to stay with the boat until the Coast Guard.
Robin must have been so happy. She's always looking for missions with her boat and her jet skis.
Oh, here we go.
Mission. You know what I mean?
Mission.
It's a good thing I have jet skis. It's a good thing.
We were calling ourselves Jet Ski Rescue.
Let's go back to the site and see if we can find more to rescue.
This looks like a job for girls' jet ski night out.
Maybe there's buried treasure on this island. Let us bring our shovels.
I did go and check on the people the next day to make sure they got their boat home, and they did go out there again and get the boat out of the mud.
Let me jet ski to your home. Give me your address, because I can't keep going to Artie's every day.
Tonight on an all-new Baywatch, Robin saves kids on her jet ski.
No, I know Robin likes to go to your... Like, she wants a place to go with her boat, and she really doesn't have any places to go.
Well, Howard, I don't think you'll... I actually am benefiting. Robin's a great person to throw a party for because she provides a bunch of shit.
The boats and the jet skis.
Right, I'm having this birthday party for her, and she's having her captain, which is the coolest thing ever. Because my place came with a big pier and jet ski and wave runner lifts and boat lifts, but I don't have any wave runners or boats.
Right.
So the day before, her captain, Dennis, nice guy, is towing over all of her stuff, jet ski and all that.
And you'll participate at the party? In other words, you're not going to be up in your room doing heroin,
No, I'm done with that. Unless I have a relapse, which I'm sorry in advance for, Robin. But if I don't, I'll
you'll be out
text you
enjoying
from
yourself.
Well, I did.
With the people.
Yeah, I love Robin's boat. Robin's boat is beautiful.
Right.
And I do like down at Tampa, Bubba's wedding.
She is excited more about this because she has a mission now. Now she knows she's got to drive that boat. And with this jet skiing, she jet skis for 5 minutes. She's bored. Now she sees rescue.
Are you kidding? I told you, I've jet skied all around the island I live on. I've done wave jumping on my jet skis.
But this is extra special when you get to rescue people.
Rescuing was great.
Right.
We were so psyched after we got home. We're like, we rescued somebody.
What happened? Now, Robin, are they jet skis or wave runners? You're sitting on them?
You're sitting on them. It's like a big motorcycle in the water.
But I love those things.
It vibrates on your vagina, too.
Oh, my God. Where do we go? You've never been on one. You
never came from your jet ski?
No.
You come from where you're sitting on your foot.
Oh, my goodness.
You've described multiple orgasms that way.
But you got to hear the shit. What exactly are you bringing? It's a ton of stuff.
I'm bringing kayaks, jet skis, jet boats.
She's towing it. They're going to tow it all to my place.
Wow.
Great.
Well, that's good. It'll give you something to do.
Yeah.
And the big boat.
Robin, go ahead. Now that you have something to do, I'm happy. Let us tow everything, Captain Dave.
Captain Dennis.
Captain Dennis? What do? You pay him for the day?
Sure.
Yeah.
And then my buddy Randy, my jet ski guy, he's coming too. We're going to have a great time.
Robin, you might have to save me in my own pool, so be ready.
Randy, my jet ski man.
I'm making up for last time with the sausage and peppers. I'm getting like this...
salad.
You know that Pure Food place that you said you love? I'm getting... I think I'm getting it catered from there.
Oh, good.
And some vegan... cakes, which I'm not going near.
You'll have regular food for other people.
Oh, yeah. There'll be animal products on one side.
On the other side of that.
All right, Robin, what's in the news? Let's go through it.
Well, this weekend they had the memorial service in Chicago for Bernie Mac.
Right.
Who died at the age of 50. Very funny comedian who was mourned by Samuel L. Jackson, who stars in his final movie with him. Chris Rock and Cedric the Entertainer were also there.
You know, I guess because I'm white, I wasn't invited, but I actually had a lot to do with Bernie Mac, had him on the show, and I enjoyed him very much.
Would you have liked an invitation?
Yeah, I would have.
You wouldn't have gone, but you wanted an invitation.
I wanted an invitation, sure.
According to the Chicago Tribune, Oprah Winfrey...
Sure. Everyone who's black was there, not me.
Mac's Ocean 11 co-star Andy Garcia.
I feel like I'm in Roosevelt all over again, excluded.
Yeah, you went to Ed Bradley's.
And Illinois Senator and presidential hopeful Barack Obama were among those who sent written condolences. They didn't go.
Right.
Do you think Bernie... I'm glad to see Barack Obama did that, because Bernie Mac's stand-up is not... the most politically correct stuff. And
well, he had actually been to some political gathering in the not too distant past, and he made an off-color joke that sort of got him into trouble.
Oh, really?
Because of the audience he was talking to, yeah.
That's nice Obama sent something, though. I mean,
yeah, but they also played Isaac Hayes' music at the memorial because Isaac Hayes is also in Bernie Mac's last movie.
Right. Yeah, it's weird. I saw a picture of him and Samuel Jackson and Isaac Hayes. All three of them were just shooting like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, it was a movie called Soul Man, due out in November.
I can't wait.
So it was, I'm sure, a sad occasion. Here is the Chicago Mayor Richard Daley saying that Bernie Mac enjoyed the company of people. 2-1.
All right, let's listen to Richard Daley speak, the mayor.
I knew who he was, whether in Hollywood or any place else. He just enjoyed people and enjoyed telling stories.
Here's the Reverend Jesse Jackson saying that Bernie Mac was a family man.
Little bit of grape jelly, blah, blah, blah.
Bernie was as serious as he was funny. He was a very stable family man. I think the happiest I ever saw him was preparing for his daughter's wedding.
Stable family man, just like Jesse.
Well,
very stable.
He's seen them. He can't be them.
That's very serious. I was funny.
Thank you.
Very stable.
I believe you just complimented Bernie Mac.
That's why, yeah. That's what I did. I complimented Bernie Mac.
And here's Bruce. I don't know who that is.
I myself have a stable of women.
Bernie Mac.
Bernie Mac on his wing and just made things happen. So it was just straight, total love.
Bruce.
Bruce says Bernie Mac took him under his wing.
He's a comedian. There are a lot of black comics who sell, like, you know, I think they sell out arenas in the South and you never heard of them, like Bruce. And, well, now we've heard of Earthquake, but he's been successful for years. And there's a guy named Talent. He's got a one name. His name is Talent.
And he's big?
Yeah, he used to, like, I think, open for Bernie Mac and stuff. There was a whole circuit there, so he probably had a ton of funny people at his memorial.
Yes, he did, including Chris Rock.
How long is...
entertainer.
I think Bernie Mac mandates for minority citizens. They're serious as he is funny, a family man. I think the happiest I ever saw him was preparing for a daughter wedding. That guy was going to be president.
There's going to be a memorial service for Isaac Hayes, I think,
today.
He's
very funny. I did serious Isaac Hayes.
Thank you.
Yeah. Chef from South Park.
Yeah, they're going to gather today in suburban Memphis to say goodbye to...
Suburban Memphis, that's why I almost say Martin Luther King.
Isaac Hayes.
Yeah.
He died last Sunday at a Memphis hospital of a stroke. He would have been 66 on Wednesday.
Young man.
Survivors include a wife, 12 children.
There you go.
Wow.
And 14 grandchildren.
He was a great family man. 14 children. 15 grandchildren.
14 kids.
Kia.
8 grandchildren.
A lot of Kia.
A lot of Kia.
Of course, remembered for the theme from Shaft.
The thief of Shaft.
Chef on South Park.
He was Shaft and Chef. He played Shaft on South Park.
Chef on Chef.
Anything else?
I'm talking about Chef.
Gary Glitter, yes, arrested.
Getting released from prison, but that doesn't mean he'll have the freedom to go wherever he pleases.
Good man, enjoy it, boy.
The UK Times says British police will be at the airport to meet the disgraced rocker, whose real name is Paul Francis Gadd, when he arrives in London following his deportation from Vietnam.
Reverend Jackson, do you want to give a statement about Gary Glitter?
Yeah, Gary Glitter, Rock and Roll Part 2. One of my favorite songs. And he was as funny as he is serious a singer.
Why was it called Rock and Roll Part 2? Where was Part 1?
Part 1, it was with a Filipino boy.
Right.
Against the law.
Robin, don't bother me with that bullshit.
The details are not interested.
Yeah, I don't...
Authorities say they plan to They plan to interview Glitter upon his return. Register as a
Elephant Boy, Gagler.
Which means he'll have to tell police where he'll be living and provide updates on his whereabouts.
What about your penis?
All right, Robin, what else?
Glitter has previously said that he intends to remain in the UK to attend to some of his medical and dental problems, but then he'd like to go back to Asia, noting that he has friends in Singapore and Hong Kong.
It's penis. It's a very tough addiction to kick.
He was arrested on November 19th in 2005 and charged with lewdness with children amid accusations that he molested 2 preteen girls. He was found guilty in his one-day trial in March of 2006.
Raphael in Lancaster, California. Go ahead, Raphael.
Hey, now. Hey, Robin, next time you see George Lucas, you got to tell him that he owes me $19.50.
How much did you spend that on that Clone Wars?
Yeah, I took my 2 kids to the movies yesterday, and man, the movie's not good at all.
Well, the reviews were horrible. I warned you 100 times.
That's right.
I saw the preview.
I know, yeah.
It's the biggest piece of shit. This guy's run out of Star Wars crap, but he can't give it up. It's like he's like a guy obsessed. It's like that maniac with the Titanic, that James Cameron. He's still looking around for the Titanic, and this guy with the Star Wars, he's run out of story. He ran out of stories on those 3 sequels that they just ran.
Yeah. No, you know what? There is a bunch of storylines, from different people that have wrote. It's just that he decided to go with his own storylines, which are really
he doesn't care about the fans. Thank you.
No.
Thank you. Yeah, I wouldn't sit through that shit.
Right. Stop giving him your money. It's enough already.
They're so bad, the movies, they decided to make a fucking cartoon, full length.
And, he's dealing with competition like Iron Man, Batman. Those are all really well done.
Spend some time on your work, for Christ's sake. For Christ's sake.
For Christ's sake.
We've been talking about weddings this morning, and this couple had kind of a crazy thing happen at their wedding. Mike and Dawn Speck were getting married in Evergreen, Colorado.
A gay couple?
No, Mike and Dawn.
Oh, he said Dawn.
No, not Dawn. Dawn.
All right.
Speck were getting married in Colorado, and a lightning bolt zapped the groom in his backyard just before the ceremony.
I hope that doesn't happen to myself and Brad.
110 is Mike Speck.
All right.
It was so bright. The bright flash, but I heard a little electric. I heard a zzz first, you can hear that, the electricity. You can hear it go, and then you get all warm.
Holy jeez.
But right after that, they went through with the marriage, so it didn't stop him. Here's Dawn, who says she couldn't believe that her fiancé got struck by lightning on their wedding day.
I can't even tell you. I was seriously a nervous wreck anyway, and then, we had company, and it was
so romantic.
Crazy.
Electrifying wedding.
Imagine that. Imagine.
You wouldn't consider that some kind of an omen, would you? By lightning on your wedding.
It'd be great if they got superpowers.
Well, I don't know if that's going to happen. The other thing that everybody's talking about, of course,
I'm
is...
Lightning Man.
I'd like to learn how to fly right into your ass.
Right.
Is the Olympics. I don't know how you could not be watching.
Are you watching them, George?
I am.
Do you love the swimmers? The men?
Oh, my goodness, yes. And the gymnasts, too.
And the gymnast bodies?
Yes, indeed.
Yes. Hot Asian gymnasts?
Something beautiful.
Right.
Really gorgeous human specimens.
Absolutely. And none greater than swimmer Michael Phelps, who did what he intended. He won 8 gold medals, becoming the greatest Olympian ever.
In the whole world.
Olympic record.
Yeah.
And he said yesterday, I was watching an interview with him and Bob Costas.
Yes.
And he said he was the kind of kid who got ridiculed in school.
I bet.
Good. It can't be all good for him.
Yeah, he said they used to knock off his baseball hat and...
Yeah, big deal. That doesn't sound like so bad.
Oh, yeah, the flipper kid got his hat knocked.
And tweak his ears and things like that. So.
He's got some big ears, that dude. It's weird when he takes off that bathing cap.
I tell you, I had a friend who had the big fucking ears.
Fangs.
Yeah.
Oh, big fucking, like those mouse
Dumbo ears.
He did, and he got so much shit that when he turned 19, He saved up enough money to get the operation out and Pim back.
Right.
And like a week after the operation, I was standing behind him in this bar we used to go to, and I just flicked one of his ears, and he almost, like, he's a big kid, man. Big Irish kid. And he almost beat the fuck out of me because he said I could fuck up the ear and one could get attacked. I said, how great would it if just one was sticking out? Man, he was, he looked better, but man, I almost got my ass kicked.
Right.
I almost got my ass kicked.
Here's Michael Phelps, who says his feat of 8 golds may be tough to duplicate.
Everything had to fall into perfect place. And, I mean, if we had to do this again, I don't know. I don't know if it would happen exactly, the way we wanted it to.
He should do it again.
He's going to be, they say, in the...
Why didn't he win every gold medal?
Well, in every field of...
in everything.
In
That's what he should come back and do.
Disciplines?
Yeah, like win for,
basketball?
Archery,
everything.
basketball.
Is archery still an event? What are we doing?
Yeah.
There were some crazy events on yesterday. I saw there's this weird kind of bicycling where they ride really slow around an indoor track. I don't understand what that is. Then there was rowing. There were all kinds of sports that nobody wants to watch.
Fencing.
They were on Sunday morning. Fencing.
Oh, fencing, yeah.
Hey, George, in Star Trek, you were doing some fencing.
I sure
remember
was.
that. That was a great episode.
Yeah, and I watched the fencing matches there.
Really?
Yeah. They have sports you never hear of in the Olympics. You know there's a jar opening contest? I was watching
water
guy
polo.
a guy from Yugoslavia won.
Actually, this is the truth. The chick who played my wife in Beer League, Cara Bono, her boyfriend while we were shooting was an Olympic fencer. And he was in really good shape and everything, but like I never met I don't know what to say to him. I was trying to talk to him. I never met a fencer before. Like, how do you learn how to do that? He said
really easy.
Started as a kid.
It's not so easy.
All you got to do is stab the dude. I mean, it's not that hard. I've tried
they are putting up a defense.
Yeah,
well, I took lessons from a member of the Olympic team.
Yeah.
For Star Trek.
For Star Trek, yeah. Mr. Faulkner. He was like in his late 60s at that time.
Great writer.
But he was he was fantastic.
Yeah, you were pretty good in that. You had good form.
Well, I had a good
hand
teacher.
up, you were like fucking... You're like, what's that fucking guy's name? Ivanhoe or some shit.
Errol Flynn.
Was this in a TV episode, Howard, or a film?
Star Trek TV episode.
Yeah.
The original.
Star Trek TV episode.
They oiled George up, I remember.
No, they didn't oil me. That was my real sweat.
Yeah. Wow.
I was practicing before the shot.
Wow.
Real sweat.
How glistening.
I bet you
I knew it'd get to you, Artie.
My little muffin.
You devil.
My sweaty muffin.
Michael Phelps is from Baltimore. A lot of people very excited about him down there. Here's the cheers of some of the hometown fans. 1-3.
Well, I grew up swimming, so to watch...
That wouldn't be it, is it? Let's see, maybe 1-2.
There are some things that I still...
No.
Should have been
No
1-3.
cheering.
Celebrating the Swimmers' win, Baltimore hometown.
No cheering.
Oh, well, sorry about that.
Oh, my goodness.
But, yeah, congratulations to him. Meanwhile...
You got us all talking like that.
Either you or
I'm going to
Jesse
have to watch
Jackson.
my language.
Yeah.
Something incredible also happened at the Olympics.
Something exciting happened?
Rafael Nadal he's the gold medal winner in the men's singles, and taking that crown, he also moves into the #1 spot in the world of tennis, dethroning Roger Federer.
Good for you.
For some time. And also, the Williams sisters won another gold medal for their doubles match.
Who's going to beat those two in doubles? I mean, they are they got to be killing people.
Goodness has everything to do with that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, here's Venus Williams, who says she feels great about winning a gold medal for the USA.
Yeah, Sydney was fantastic doing it for the first time. Here is also very exciting. We, I guess, had one less medal for the U.S., but still, it's we feel like we've contributed to our country.
All right, Venus.
And here's Serena.
It's awesome to win in singles. I mean, especially winning a Grand Slam event is almost nearly more awesome. But then to win the Olympic gold it's great because
all right, good.
So they're very excited. They did not win in singles.
Oh my.
I feel like they won in singles if it were not for racism.
I see. We have not talked about Brett Favre, really, joining the Jets.
The most overrated sport.
Well, he went out there in a what do you call that, a pre-season game?
Yes.
And he went out and he scored a touchdown right away.
Well, it's preseason football.
Okay.
But and I get it. It's exciting that Favre is coming here.
He completed 5 of 6 passes.
But let's not forget, as you point out, that the Giants did win the Super Bowl. And,
of course.
They're going to be the real ones to watch.
Yeah, and the Jets will, continue to disappoint Gary's children. Oh. Shame. I don't just like that they're being brought up like that. It's Jets and Mets. It's a life of hell.
Favre apparently is keeping his number, even though the color of his jersey has changed.
4.
And here he is talking about how he feels being a Jet.
What number?
3-1.
3-1.
Wouldn't it be funny if he just went, when you're a Jet all the way from your first cigarette to your left.
I felt comfortable in this uniform. I feel comfortable in this locker room. I had numerous people on Redskins team say, man, you almost don't look right. But it's got to start looking.
George was telling me his gator went off. He was watching a Jet game. He said he picked out at least 10 players who were gay. In his opinion.
I'm doing Broadway musical stuff just for George. Who were the Jets playing the Sharks?
Anything else?
Madonna celebrated her 50th birthday on Saturday with a private party at a London
It is hard to
club.
believe that Madonna is 50 years old.
Yeah,
because you always think of her as that young, sort of dirty little filthy street urchin.
Her 3 kids were there. Lourdes.
Lourdes.
Do you know the other 2?
Yes,
what are their names?
I know all the children's names. I'm their grandfather. Lourdes is one, as you know. There's the black one, David.
Okay.
All right. And then there's...
What's that other kid's name?
Zachariah.
Rocco. I think I know it.
You do know.
I know,
I didn't know that. I know there's a white one. A white male,
2 white
a black male.
She's got like a pan-American thing going on there.
Right.
Oh, that's right, because there's a Hispanic one, too.
Right.
Yes.
Lourdes.
Yeah.
Lourdes.
Boy, the gay brother says she's going to rebel. Huh?
Yes.
Man.
And that'll mean she'll be right here one day.
Yes.
So her husband, Guy Ritchie, gave a speech there, and... they say there's no signs of Madonna slowing down. She's about to launch her latest tour this Saturday, August 23rd, in Cardiff, in the United Kingdom.
Did any of Guy Ritchie's friends get up and give homophobic toasts?
They don't tell me.
A friend of mine, actually, who is gay, told me that he dated Madonna's brother.
Oh, no kidding.
I was going to say, if he dated Guy Ritchie, now we got a story.
No Guy Ritchie did.
Imagine if Guy was a puffter.
Anything else, Robin? Or?
Yes, we have an election going on, and they say that Barack Obama is probably going to announce his choice for vice president before the Democratic convention.
I'd like to accept right now.
I think you should get John Edwards.
What I can't believe is that we still have to go through conventions. These guys have been around forever. We know what's going to happen already.
It's time for the election already.
I'm annoyed.
Let's just do that.
It's going to be Joe Biden, I bet.
You think that Obama's going to pick Joe Biden?
Joe Biden.
I don't think so.
Why not?
Who do you think it'll be?
Because Joe Biden's been around a long time, and people don't sort of respond to him.
Yeah, but he's great on foreign policy, and he needs an attack dog. And Joe Biden is powerful.
Well, someone said to me, who's a Washington insider, that the best vice president he could get would be Wesley Snipes, and here was the thinking. It would make himself look white to middle America. I'm not kidding.
That's true.
You get the blackest black guy.
Yaphet Kotto.
Yaphet Kotto.
Kotto, yeah.
Would be a fantastic one, and then you'd say, well... what a great vice president. And look at that white guy he's running.
Yeah, look. Joe Frazier.
Yes.
Oh, my God.
What is it, Ralph? Quickly.
I have some quick nerd news. They're remastering the original Star Trek series, also known as Star Trek TOS. They're remastering them, and they look really cool. They didn't fuck them up like Lucas did with Star Wars and put too much shit in it. They're just like cleaning up the ship and the backgrounds and stuff.
What did you know about that, George?
I do, yes.
They look cool, right, George? Did you see them?
I did. They look fantastic.
I'm not for this. They're straightening George's eyes.
Rob, you're on the air in Rockland?
Yes. Hello. I have a question for George.
Yes.
George, were you wearing an athletic supporter during your fencing scenes in Star Wars? Because
Star Trek.
It seems that you may have been sexually aroused.
Were you aroused during the fencing episode? You were shirtless and sweaty.
It was so long ago. I don't know what I was wearing in my uniform.
So long. Absolutely. Did they oil you up, or were those your
No, that was my real sweat. I was My natural juices.
All right, go ahead, Robin.
That was
what
sweat.
Else? That was sweat.
The guy was, he's going for something.
He was trying to be funny. All right.
Well, yes, he was doing his own impression of what George sounds like. Let's listen to...
That was my saber.
Some of the presidential candidates. They were talking to a Christian group this weekend.
In California.
Talking about some of their views on life and morality and ethics. Here is John McCain talking about his beliefs. He says he plans to be a pro-life president.
I have a 25-year...
Well, that might be enough to get me not to vote for him. I just can't stand that. I can't stomach the thought of a Supreme Court. More pro-life motherfuckers on that Supreme Court. Why can't he just stand up and say, fuck that?
Hear, hear.
Pro-life record. In the Congress, in the Senate, and as President of the United States, I will be a pro-life president.
It's a backward way of thinking.
And this presidency will have pro-life policies. That's my commitment.
Oh, fuck off.
Whee! Everybody's all happy and excited.
Yeah, that's just enough to piss me off.
And here he gives his definition of marriage.
A union between man and woman, between one man and one woman. That's my definition.
There's another.
One man and one woman.
There's another motherfucking strike against them.
All right.
Shit.
He's losing a lot of votes.
Yeah. Damn. I'll tell you what, the guy who gets up there and performs an abortion right on that stage during a debate, I'll vote for that motherfucker right there.
Here's Barack Obama, who says questions...
Barack Obama's so forgets, he's going to blow a guy on stage.
There you go.
That's right.
Questions facing this country go beyond abortion.
How do we provide the resources that allow women to make the choice to keep a child? Have we given them the health care that they need? Have we given them the support services that they need? Have we given them the options of adoption?
Yeah, I'm not a big Barack guy, but I got to tell you, I'm going to have to vote for the guy if this McCain doesn't get his fucking shit together. This is crazy.
Given that contrast, I'll support him, too.
Here is his definition of marriage.
I believe that marriage is the union between a man and a woman. Now, for me as a Christian,
Georgie.
I'm listening. I'm still listening.
For me as a Christian, it's also a sacred union. God's in the mix.
See what I mean, man?
Well,
this is all horseshit, pal.
I've heard mixed comments. I think he's doing a little flip-flop here. Because
what I'm hearing is he says marriage is between a man and a woman.
Yeah.
The Christian right vote, those people actually vote. That's the problem. They're so scared to piss them off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's playing politics here because he's made comments to the Human Rights Campaign that was very supportive of
well, guess what?
Equality.
He was pandering to you.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know then what Ellen and Portia de Rossi did this week because they supposedly had a wedding. Here's the theme from Ellen DeGeneres' show.
Oh, my.
That's Ellen dancing down.
Oh, when I close my eyes, I picture her dancing, and I love it.
I picture her going down on Portia de Rossi.
And I love
Why do you say supposed?
I'll bet you,
Ellen... if nobody thinks that marriage is between two women, how could it have been?
Oh, I see what you mean.
I'll tell you what. I guarantee you, on the wedding night, Ellen DeGeneres got a big strap-on cock.
Oh.
I'll tell you that. There's no way the other one is wearing the penis in that family.
But there has to be a strap-on somewhere?
Oh, well, yeah, sure. Well, the two girls. Why not?
She's the
what are they going to do to finish her off? How does she finish Portia off?
I don't know.
Let me put my strap. I saw Strap-on Sally, this porno. I learned everything.
Here's Katherine Heigl from Grey's Anatomy, wishing Ellen well.
One of my favorite people of all time is Miss Ellen DeGeneres, so I wish her all the best, all the happiness, all the joy that comes with that certificate in hand and with that knowledge that this person is on your side forever now, hopefully.
Yeah. One of my favorite people of all time. I'm sure she's as good as Gandhi.
Anything else?
California Governor Arnold Schwarzenegger is recovering from knee surgery performed over the weekend. He's said to be doing well and will need crutches like he did after a December 2006 skiing accident. The surgery on Saturday night was to repair torn cartilage in his right knee. He injured himself earlier this month while working out in the gym.
Ellen DeGeneres is such a guy that she uses the strap-on and then she finishes on Portia's face.
That's a guy.
That's a man.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm going to dirty your face, you little filthy slut.
Oh, yeah, dropping loads. Of course, and for finishing on Ellen's face.
Where has DMX been?
DMX, that's my guy, man.
Rob,
I love that guy.
I wake up every morning and I say, where is DMX?
No, I love that guy's music.
Love my bitch.
2-7 is an example of...
He's all angry and, like, ready to kill someone.
Oh, yeah, and he doesn't show up for shit.
You seem like a real gangster.
Well, they are keeping him behind bars in Florida for right now because of an order issued in Arizona.
Why? What did he do?
Well, he was supposed to go to court. He missed the court date in Phoenix earlier this week.
Yeah, he don't show up for shit. He showed us about 4 times.
That's why I like it.
And that means he could remain in jail until October 2nd when he's due in a Miami court regarding a drug possession case there. I don't know why all these guys eventually want to go to jail no matter how good life
gives us our street credibility, man.
I want to sell records.
Yeah.
You're not even making records.
I'm looking to sell records, Your Honor.
Now, where's my bitches? I love my niggas, but where's my bitches? I love my niggas, but where's my bitches? Fuck all day, fuck all night.
I ain't showing up for shit.
Motherfucker. Yeah.
Got them tricking while they sucking. Give them
Got them tricking while they sucking.
Macking 2 holes in a tree.
Damn right, George. That's a real man.
Here's Barack's vice president. Right here. Y'all gonna make me make some policy up in here.
You know the words. Speak the truth.
Y'all gonna make me declare some war up in here. Up in here.
I'm leaving bitches not breathing right.
You know who's a big DMX fan? Ed Torian. Did you know that?
I did not.
Yeah. Here, wait, I'll show you. Give you an example of that. Guess I won't. Oh, here it is.
Love my niggas, but where's my bitches? I love my niggas, but where's my bitches? I love my niggas, but where's my bitches? I love my niggas, but where's my bitches? It's all good, it's all right. Fuck all day, fuck all night.
He's so good at Torian. He knows how to sing.
Did you ever call DMX a nigga?
Anything else, Robin, or is that what's happening?
Finally, I guess the Alma Awards are about to happen, and here's Eva Longoria Parker to talk about the collection of Latino talent at the Alma.
Can't she go away already?
This is such a great collection of Latino talent, all in one
talent.
Shut up.
place. I don't think we've seen this since the baseball All-Star game.
Oh, they wrote her jokes.
Okay. We're all people.
Funny. She's hosting, and of course, the #1 movie this week, Dethroning Batman, The Dark Knight, was
Tropic of Thunder.
I think the screening Gary and I hosted put it over the top.
Yes, it was a good movie. I liked it.
And that's what's happening.
Thank you, Robin. Thank you, George Takei. And we'll see you tomorrow, George. Let me just end by saying...
Thank you, George Takei.
Yes.
I have a report to make to you tomorrow, I think.
I think you have a big night ahead of you.
I can't wait to hear.
Indeed. Please tell us. Please tape everything. Lumber Liquidators.
Should we send cameras?
Ultimate ears.
I handed in my homework for Artie's book. They give you a copy of what it looks like in the book, and then they ask you to go over it. I only changed one line.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I changed one line. I said
you changed...
One line I crossed out.
But you did it, not them.
No.
Oh, good. All right, good. I told them not to change a word.
Why, did they want to change something?
No, they didn't.
Oh, okay.
Before we even saw it, I given them the riot act. I said, listen, guys, you understand... Not a fucking word is changing.
Well, I mean...
And then they loved it so much.
Oh, they did? All right.
Yeah, everyone's in love with it.
I just changed a technical thing. It was just silly. I'll tell you about it after. Yeah, because I reference the outfits you're wearing. It's just stupid stuff. It
It's funny.
Just makes it make more sense.
Did it look good laid out and stuff?
Yeah, it looked cool. It's always weird seeing anything you write in a book.
Yeah, once they mock it up.
They did a nice job.
Yeah, it's my first experience with that, obviously, but I can't thank you enough for letting me be a part of this show. It's already, like, it's almost like there's over 4,000 on Amazon already.
Really?
It's 3 months before the publication, and it's like, the publisher told me yesterday, it's guaranteed being on the bestseller list. On the New York Times.
You know, it's a funny thing about the bestseller list. When you look at the bestseller list for books, I learned this when I wrote my books, that if you see, like, #1 on the bestseller, you think, oh, millions of books have been sold.
Right, it's not like that, yeah.
It could be as few as a couple of thousand in your #1 on the bestseller. It
depends on who your competition is and stuff, but...
Yeah, just make sure you're not coming out on a week of a Stephen King novel or something.
Well, what would happen for me is, like, we would sell 1 million books, let's say, in a week, or as many as they could sell. And then it would drop off. So I would be #1 for a week or two.
Right.
But if...
You'd make all your sales in the early part.
Right.
Rather than, a couple of thousand a week.
Our fans would go out and just buy it that day. They said, well, we want it.
That's what I did. And from signings alone, you probably sold 200,000 in a few signings.
But what happens is, so you're on the bestseller list for a short amount of time.
Well, you were on for pretty long, though, weren't
you? A couple of weeks, but the fact of the matter is, if you sold them, if you spread it out.
A little bit at a time, like you could be Dan Brown and have, like, a bestseller for years.
Absolutely. You know, that kind of thing. Hey, listen, the important question is, George, oh, there's George's mic. I always forget to put your mic on. I'm sorry. So you went home, and it was Wednesday. It was Wednesday. You and Brad had a discussion that on Sunday.
It was Wednesday.
And?
Was this after marriage a proposal, or is it starting now?
Well, you know what happened here yesterday.
Was the bachelor party.
Beth said you were in big trouble.
Well, he said he wasn't going to listen.
And did he lie?
And he did not listen.
Oh, he did not.
But
someone told him.
When I got back, I could tell from that glare.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, but George, in all honesty...
He knew something.
You know what century we're in.
Is,
between YouTube and there's 18 cameras.
And there's email.
Well,
and old-fashioned telephone.
Yeah. Did you think you'd get away with that? You made out with a guy's cock for 10 minutes.
You're going to make it worse today.
You know what it is?
It smelled like garlic.
This was like a real bachelor party. At heterosexual bachelor parties, the bachelor always fucks up. He always, like, gets blowjobs in front of his future father-in-law.
But it's never filmed.
Yeah, but I was dumb because this is on radio and on the Howard Stern show.
George, what were you thinking?
What was I thinking?
What happened when you went home? Describe first blow by blow, if you'll excuse me.
No.
There was no blow.
I was ordered not to talk about his reaction. I cannot talk about that.
Oh, he really blew up.
You had a big fight, huh?
I can't talk about it.
I see.
Did Brad sing a Muppet movie song to you?
So how did Brad find out that at the bachelor party you got carried away with the guy with the 14-inch penis?
Is that what did it?
The emails started coming.
That darn Brad, he has vision and hearing.
Went into his computer, his laptop here.
Who is emailing Brad? I mean, who would undermine your relationship?
Howard Stern fans
are
emailing him.
Oh, my goodness.
How do they have his email?
Everybody on SFO.
Brad at 𝗏𝗏 Oh, I shouldn't be giving this out.
They'll just write more.
Loose tongue.
Should I hit that button?
You and that loose tongue. Oh, my. I love you, George, but you are crazy.
I am.
You're blabbing about fucking Indianapolis, man. I wish I was a gay guy around you. Because that kid was kindly a bit of a weirdo. He wasn't a good-looking man. That cock looked like something out of a monster movie.
Yeah, why?
And you're just over there. You never met him. You went over there and you're just... Jesus Christ. It was like 9.5 weeks.
Well, what do you do with a great big bosom? You tell me.
Well, you can see pictures of it in our bathroom.
Artie brings up a good point. Like, that'd be the last guy I think you'd really get amorous with, because he was
apparently every man is appealing to George.
Well, it's gay guys. I always said there's no woman to say no to sex. Like, they're just like, let's fuck. I want to fuck.
Even in the
guys are limited
contest, he couldn't distinguish between the penis he loved them all.
So that guy.
Well, that was a distinctive penis, believe me. You don't come across too many like that.
Whatever.
That was your Monica Lewinsky. So when you saw him, were you right away physically attracted to him?
Well, no. I mean, you know, the penis contest, that hunk that was there, and he was immediately attractive.
Right.
Once he started talking, he had a very interesting personality.
Right.
Really?
The Jonas kid?
Jonah, yeah.
He was one of the
Jonah
most annoying motherfuckers I've ever been in a room with.
He was, quite frankly, weird.
He was a weirdo.
Well, I do Star Trek conventions.
I guess you've been desensitized.
And I think he stunk, quite frankly.
Really?
I walked by there. I don't know. I got a bad odor. A couple of people thought so, too.
There was an odor.
Yeah.
And he had eaten garlic.
But not garlic.
No.
I'm talking like B.O., brother. Body
So
odor.
was Brad angrier at the kissing or the feeling of the penis?
What would you be more mad at, Howard?
Well,
I'd be mad at all. Boy, that was crazy.
Well, we did have dinner.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Together?
Yes, we did have dinner together.
But I think that you even said, I imagine that you and Brad in your personal lives have a little bit of homosexual playfulness with other men. Like, in other words, you don't think you go fuck other guys or blow other guys. But when you're at parties and stuff, you flirt around.
We chit-chat,
you'll kiss another guy here and there. Or,
well, I mean, the usual kind of air kiss type of thing.
Oh, but not a
full-on like
make-out.
Air guitar, air kiss.
Yeah.
But do you two sit around and go, ooh, who do you think is attractive? Do you
Well, like waiters, we judge waiters in the restaurants and... comment on them. But, Brad told... Can I say that?
Yes, you could say. Go ahead.
He's told me that...
Listen, Howard.
He's known only one penis for the last 21 years.
Right. He didn't
So am I.
He's known two.
Well, Brad makes a good point. In other words, Brad has been faithful to you.
He has.
And Brad hasn't squeezed any penis.
And he doesn't want to.
Can I say something? And let me throw this out there. What about letting Brad come in here and squeeze Jonah's penis?
Oh.
Does he
He
want
wouldn't
to?
do it. He wouldn't do it.
He wouldn't.
He's much smarter than me.
Right. You get carried away. You're a guy.
I'm a spontaneous impetuous.
It does seem like you're
a guy.
In your relationship, you're the man.
Yeah, it seems that way.
Well, is a man stupid?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh.
The man is very stupid.
When it comes to matters of sex and getting led around by your dick, we're the dumbest creatures on the planet.
You get a little more playful and a little more carried away. The rules aren't as clear to you sometimes as they are to Brad.
Well, there really aren't. We're human beings,
Yes.
And
what are you saying?
Well, he's saying when a 14-inch cock is, when there's a 14-inch cock in front of you, it's pretty hard to resist.
Well, when you see some of those great bosomy women that walk in here.
Right.
I mean, you guys have a reaction, right?
Right.
Well, I have my reaction.
Right.
We have, organically ingrained orientations.
Right. Well, you can control that if Brad is really important to you.
Oh, stop.
Oh, maybe you shouldn't get married. Maybe the bachelor party, you know what Beth said to me? They're probably not going to get married now as a result.
Is that right? Yeah. I had my worries.
Well, there's been enough deposits put down.
Really?
And he's very fiscally conscious.
Oh, so he'll go through with it just because.
Oh, no. He's... So I'm not supposed to talk about his reaction, but, he does love me.
George, do you have the ability to say anything right?
Have you had... I may not even be doing this show anymore. I'm going to be so silent.
Did you apologize at least to Brad and at least say, honey, look, I messed up, and you came clean and said, look, I got carried away, I was on the show, and I want to be a player and all of that.
I was honest with him.
Yeah.
I did fess up. Yeah. And I did correct some of those emails that he got.
Oh, really?
That was really exaggerated.
Exaggerated?
Oh, all the embroidery. I said, no, that's not true. And
what did they say, the emails?
My head was not up his scrotum.
What did the emails say?
Well, they literally had me nuzzling his crotch.
Oh, a blowjob.
Yeah.
No, there was no such thing.
There was no such thing.
I did not 69 with Mr. Falcon.
You mean he thought you had done that and he was still in the room?
No. He knew that was exaggerated.
George, off HowardStern.com, someone emailed me named Robin's Big Tits and says, Artie's disgusting liver says that you fucked this guy.
So this whole idea of Wednesday being added to Sunday didn't start this week.
It's part of the prenuptial negotiations.
I see.
George wants his sex.
But, well, you know, maybe if you got a little more sex at home, you wouldn't be looking at Jonah, that beefcake.
I'm glad you brought that point up.
Yeah.
Are you listening, Brad?
Well, you're sexually frustrated. You are sexually frustrated. There's no doubt. I saw it in your eyes yesterday when you said to me, I want to touch it.
Sunday to Sunday. You know, that's
a long stretch.
You're the gay Sal.
No, you know something? You said to me, you know, it doesn't matter, sex and this and that. If it's two gay men who don't have children, what's the point? What's the point in getting married if there's hardly a sex life? I mean, isn't that the whole point?
But what's to stop the sex?
Well, it's, you know,
you could have a million friends.
We have a million friends.
Yeah, he could be one of them, and then go out and have some sex, for Christ's sakes. I mean, you're definitely still able to get hard. You're very sexed
You're
up.
vital. You're vibrant.
I mean, you're just...
Thank God, you know, Ernest Borgnine, there he is at 91 years old.
Masturbating.
Still masturbating.
I don't think he'd date you.
You're completely sexed up. I mean, you love it, and you have very sexual, sensual thoughts. And for Brad to imagine that this relationship, and you're not going to go cheat, Sunday once a week, I mean, you're ready to explode, pal.
Why is he rationing?
Yeah,
well,
I mean,
that's why we have the shower.
Well, the shower is only so satisfying. I mean, you could do that. You don't need to be married to go in the shower.
No, yeah, for Monday through Saturday, you're just like me.
Yeah. I mean, there's no difference. Maybe what you're thinking about is different, but that's it.
The only gay part about you Monday through Saturday are those fucking show tunes.
You know, there is so much wisdom on this show.
How many times, I'm being serious, how many times a week would you say, if you had your druthers, brand new lover who's really sexed up, how many times a week would you like to have sex? Seriously.
Well, I'm pretty spontaneous, so it all depends. But you know, there are stretches where I will, you know, go without sex for a week. But there are other times.
What did you say? It was 3 or 4 times a week you'd like it?
Yeah, 3 or 4 times. Yeah.
And now you're getting it once a week, and you're marrying this dude? I mean, I love Brad. Don't get me wrong.
I love him too,
and he loves you, and he's willing to sign a prenup and everything. But
we've shared a life together. We've shared so much together.
But maybe it's time to end it.
No. Absolutely. What are you doing to me? Prenups?
Welcome to the show.
No, but I mean,
this show got me on heroin and lost me there.
Yeah, but it also got you into rehab and walking 14 blocks a day.
You need 3 more breads is what you need. I mean,
now that would be a thought.
Yeah, I mean, seriously, I don't know what you're thinking.
You're 71 and you're vibrant enough to where you still want to fuck 4 times a week. God bless you. You know, I mean, that's great.
You know, I'm grateful that, you know,
he was happy.
Right. No, he wasn't. That's the weird thing.
I thought he was happy.
No, but he didn't. He's walking around a big ball of frustration.
But he
I'm not frustrated. No, I'm really not frustrated.
Brad's like, this show's fucking with my money with prenups, and now he's coming over after throwing a guy like
bang every day.
You want to know if George Takei is sexually frustrated? Listen to this. This is a little quote from George yesterday during our show. Listen carefully. Listen carefully.
Actually, I'd like to touch.
Actually, I'd like to touch.
Actually, I'd like to touch.
Is that my voice?
I got a feeling that's the last thing 𝗵𝗲 𝗛𝗵𝗲 heard ever.
Actually, I'd like to touch.
Oh, my God.
That joke.
It is dangerous doing this show. I had no idea.
Wait a minute. You had to figure that out by now.
It ain't the View.
No, it's been fun. It's been fun until this week.
I think that you appreciate me bringing this stuff up because
it's grounding. It's reality.
You're one of those guys that wants to make everything good. I think your background growing up in a Japanese internment camp.
American internment camp.
Excuse me, American internment camp. Was very, very, very sad and depressing and harsh.
You know, it's a funny thing.
You want to make everything good and everything perfect in your adult world because you're still that child trying to make everything good for your parents, for your family. And, you know, you're going into a marriage, and really, it's a marriage. And you're saying, I will not have sex with other people. I am, you know, going to be with this one person for better or worse. And I do sense... and not an anger, but a confusion on your part as to why you are having sex one day a week and you're beating off in a shower when you're a married man. I mean, you shouldn't be beating off in a shower.
Brad's right there.
Well, Beth, I'm not beating off. And the day I go back to beating off like on a regular basis, I'm going to turn to her and say, listen, I'm beating off a lot. There's something wrong here. We better either go see a counselor or just call a fucking end to this.
There's a lot of truth in what you say, but what you say about the internment camp being the basis for it. You know, a child is amazingly adaptable. I remember the barbed wire fence, but, you know, that was just something that was there. It was after the camps, and when I started, you know, having discussions with my father about it, and I got to understand what it meant, that I became aware of what I need to do to make the world better.
Somewhere inside your being is the sad little boy who has to worry about his parents. And, you know, this idea of sugarcoating your relationship with Brad is crazy. I mean, you are getting laid once a week, my friend, and you are a sexual man. There is no question. I see the look, the burning desire.
You helped me get Wednesday.
Yeah,
you helped me get Wednesday.
George, let me explain something.
You should have Sunday, Wednesday, and let's throw in a spontaneous day where Brad picks the day and surprises you.
What a thought. Spontaneous day.
Well, spontaneous day. Let me tell you how that works for you. Sunday and Wednesday is a given you're going to have sex. And Brad is to pick one moment during the week, during your marriage, every week. Pick a day. Pick a moment.
It'll be a surprise.
That I don't know about.
You don't know, but he can have all the planning he wants. He claims it's about planning.
Right.
He says he's still attracted to you. Fine. Let him plan it out. You don't have to be a part of it. And then he walks in and puts his hand on the door and goes, hello. Now, I'm telling you, we should have Wednesday, Sunday, spontaneous day. 3 days a week, you're a happy man. You're getting laid, and you don't mind shelling out all that cash.
Somebody said to me the other day, somebody ought to give George a calendar where every day is Sunday.
George, let me explain to you.
Let's call it rape day.
George, let me explain to you what's happening.
You know,
let me explain to you what's happening.
I'm getting a lot out of this week here now.
Good.
So thank you very much.
You're welcome.
You got me Wednesday, and I now have spontaneous.
No, you have nothing now. George, let me explain what's happening to you. This is Howard trying to make himself feel better for wrecking another person's life for the sake of the show.
I'm not wrecking anyone. I care about this man.
I know, I'm joking.
And I really see him entering into something that he hasn't really thought through.
He's been living this for how long?
He's been happy. 21 years. We're happy.
In a rut.
He's been
in a butt.
Rut for 20. He's in a butt for 21 years.
He's in a rut. And you know what it is? He does love Brad. I believe that. I think he really is comfortable with Brad. But the problem is he's gotten so comfortable. They're like brother and brother.
No, they still have sex on Sunday.
I never did that with my brother.
They still have sex on Sundays.
Aside from Sundays, he's very brotherly. He's my bro.
Do you have a brother who is, do you have more than one brother?
No, just one.
Is he like a man's man? Was it an issue with him? Oh, we've discussed this.
Yes, we've discussed this.
And it's still an issue, or do you talk to him? And
it's still an issue.
You haven't spoken to him? That's a shame.
He's not coming to the wedding? Sad. Your brother's not coming to the wedding?
What a shame. What's the age difference?
1.
You're older?
I'm older.
And just the homosexual thing is his main reason.
This is an area that we can't talk about.
Okay.
Why not?
Because I'm still hopeful.
It's my fault. He said that. He said that before. It's just, it's sad, you know.
You want a relationship with your brother.
Right.
Yeah.
That's sad.
Do you have sisters?
I have a sister.
Is she coming to the wedding?
Yeah, she'll be there.
Does she speak to the brother?
My brother's son, my nephew.
Oh,
will be there.
The brother you don't speak to. He has a son.
He has a son.
Oh, wow.
And you